I mean, it's not with you guys because the stuff I'm going to kind of do with you guys now doesn't really need, and I mean no disrespect, but doesn't really need Eckard. He said he'd be here about past. So you can pretty much play until then. It should get you more or less to where he is. And he's playing an orc. I kind of did give him a pivotal role in the adventure because he's actually the guy he's actually the guy's got to introduce you guys to the adventure that's coming. So it's going to be a bit of an interesting one there. Dum, dum, dum. And then also, so, next after we finish this, we'll be going back to we will do We Be Goblins, the second adventure in the We Be Goblins series. You guys already did the fourth one, which was like the prequel. You will all be playing the same characters, except Adri will be playing Rita. And I will find out, depending when we do it, because the one Thursday, Eckard said he won't be able to play, so depending on when we can start, I'd either give Eckard another character. There are a bunch of pre-made characters I can give him, like you guys had. Otherwise, excuse me, he can tell me what he wants and we can try and do something. The main, and then I will go from there, we'll go into Christopher's adventure. If everyone's happy with that. I did spend most of today, no joking, converting your We Be Goblins characters onto Wanderer's Guide, which is a lot more difficult than it sounds. But I've kind of got them. I just need to add the equipment, and then you guys can just use those characters from there.
Oh, thank you. That's very helpful.
It makes my life a little bit easier as of it. Yeah, it's a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. But other than that, it's not too bad. Let's see. And then that's about it from me. Anything else?
No, nothing from my side. You all missed out on the pretty pictures I was drawing in Albert, unfortunately.
No, I saw them. I was there.
Did you see all of them?
No, I came in like halfway through.
Oh, so you didn't see me cast Fireball at Akari?
Yeah, that was at Gourd.
It wasn't at Gourd. I did say that was not at Gourd. It was at Akari.
No, I missed that part.
Hmm.
I was busy. Going through the adventure again.
Remember, he's a wooden statue now, so he'll burn nicely.
I know he's wooden. I didn't say it's wooden. He looks petrified. I didn't necessarily say it's wooden. It's just browny in color. Grayish brown in color.
Oh,
Brown petrified wood.
Yeah. Not one thing. Okay, right. Let me get my stuff up and running, and then we can get going.
Is everybody excited for Christmas?
Yes! There's 3 weeks ago, and I can put up my Christmas tree. La 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 la.
I'm just
It might
saying.
no longer be the favorite. Just gonna say that.
I'm just saying.
Woo! Me!
Every time.
No, Caden.
For anyone who puts up, for every time someone puts a Christmas tree up before the 1st of December, Santa shoots an elf.
Oh, rubbish. That's a lot of rubbish and pooey.
Why would I no longer be the favorite?
I do not like Christmas.
Why?
No, he's, don't worry, Caden. I've got enough Christmas spirit for both of us. Don't you worry. I love Christmas. This time of year is my favorite time of the year. And
it's always Yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Go.
I was just going to say it's always those two kinds of people that find each other.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But ask Christopher from when I think some of his, well, I hope some of his earliest memories is of us putting up Christmas trees. First in our house, then by my parents, then by Norman's mom. So we always the Christmas tree putter upperers.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Are you going to come help me put up mine?
Cool. Absolutely.
Wonderful. I hate putting up a tree.
Oh, Norman, this
Ah.
wonderful idea of actually just,
Yes, it's such a good idea.
yeah, he wants to set fire to my Christmas tree and with the ornaments on it, and then have a little baggie of ash that you just put on the table, and that's your Christmas tree. It's like, no,
That works.
no, it does not.
15, I believe.
And
That's rough.
I saw awesome tutorial on how to crochet Christmas wreaths.
Really?
Yes, I so want to try that. Ah,
Did you watch it on YouTube?
yes.
Not on my profile. Don't worry.
I'll watch it on the big screen downstairs on the TV so your dad can get
It is on my profile.
so he can get crocheting suggestion videos for weeks again. No, I didn't do that. It's on my phone.
Why don't you like Christmas? If you don't mind me asking.
It's complicated because it's not what it's meant to be. It's become corrupted, and close that, and it's become a celebration of gifts and money and overindulgence when it's supposed to be a celebration of Christianity.
That's
And
the long version. He just doesn't have very good happy Christmas memories.
no, I do. You're wrong there. I do. I just don't like it as a thing in general because it's become monopolized and monetized and
Kaden,
material.
if I ask you I'll tell you what's my favorite bit of about Christmas. It's actually spending time with family. It's the whole sort of spending time together and just being happy to be alive. And I love the lights and everything, all the bright shiny things. That's my
My gamer name is Dark. Tell me why I have a problem with this. Bright, shiny things. Tell me I have a problem with this.
my favorite part of Christmas. May I ask you what's yours?
Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys.
I absolutely understand where you're coming from. Both
However.
of you, both sides. No, there's no however. I completely get it. I think you're right that it is it's not what it's supposed to be. Which is very unfortunate. But if you look at what it is now separately from what it should be, I enjoy the holiday. Also, I do like the spending time with family and all getting together and the lights and things. So I do see where both of you are coming from.
Yeah.
So no judgment from my side. Christmas is not for everybody. See, for me, my Christmas is Valentine's Day. I can't stand it. I hate that day. So
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of all the holidays. And also Easter, it's like Easter for me as well. I've got the same feeling about Easter as you do about Christmas. That it's not about the Easter bunny and the chocolates and whatever.
Easter, I agree with you, but for some reason, Christmas, because it becomes so commercialized, is my favorite non-like.
Norman is just a Christmas lover in who's trying his darndest not to tell us how much he loves Christmas,
Yeah, really.
Christmas movies, and Christmas carols.
I just want to say, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Why?
It is a Christmas movie. It happens over Christmas.
Oh, I haven't seen Die Hard.
There we go.
Which Die Hard is the ultimate Christmas movie?
Okay.
It's a Bruce Willis action flick.
I've
So
heard of it.
yeah,
I'll give it a watch. Let you guys know.
I know this is.
And I don't know if that's really a good idea. I don't know if it's aged that well. I must be completely honest.
Yeah, you
I
haven't
don't know how
watched
well it's
it for a while.
aged.
You know me, I'll watch all of these cheesy Hallmark Christmas movies, and they've already started coming up on Netflix.
Makes me want to puke.
Okay, that is kind of where I draw the line. I can't do Hallmark.
Oh no, I love it. It's just all these feel good, don't worry about anything, tra-la-la, everything works out in the end movies.
Yeah, exactly
Then
opposite of
you
real
watch
life.
it. Ah, so you don't read fiction and fantasy books?
With the
You
dark
know,
twists at the end.
again, you know what I read. I read.
Oh,
I've got
listen,
a very.
it's grumbling.
Oh, do you also hear thunder?
Yeah, yeah.
I literally just stopped and I heard it now.
Well, like they said in the afternoon,
And the bolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
I suppose evening
Galileo.
too.
I think they've been like threatening with the rain a little bit. It's
Yeah,
like dangling a chew toy in front of a dog
true,
at this point.
true.
And my veggies are struggling.
Oh, shame. Poor boy child.
What's wrong with your life, Christopher? It's great. I love chatting with your parents.
It's the best of both. I keep on telling him. We're the best of both.
Have a look at my second GIF.
Best
Yeah.
of both worlds. There we go. See, best of both. I tell you. I concur. You're not half and half, you're best of both. Love it. Well, sorry for Hannah Montana. Never watched a single episode, FYI.
Why? That show was great.
It was a little bit long after.
Yeah, you're a bit old to be watching that. If we watch that, people look at you funny.
Okay,
And,
I understand.
And Christopher wasn't exactly a Hannah Montana fan.
Yeah, when you have I would have been what, in my 30s, somewhere around there. 30 to 40-year-old man is watching Hannah Montana. Usually, you need to kind of watch him.
Yes, true. You'll become one of the most. You'll appear on the most wanted lists.
The next step is cruising around schools offering people sweets. It's not done.
Oh my god!
Want to bite of my toffee apple? No.
You did you have to go there? Like really?
I mean, like literally a toffee apple. Like
Man.
seriously?
My gosh, yeah. Okay. Focus.
Okay. So everyone's here. We were going through last time what everyone looked like. Excuse me, that was more for excuse me, Eckard's benefit, because I mean we didn't really just describe ourselves last time. I didn't describe myself either. We kind of ran out of time. I mean, you'll know what I look like, so I'm not going to mention that to you now. One thing I did forget to mention when I was going through everyone. Okay. Okay, never mind. Someone's trying to phone me, so I'm just like, I hope it's not Eckard, because I keep putting down the phone.
Maybe answer it quickly.
Well, it just went dead now.
I also got a call, but it's like it didn't pick up.
So my first one I ignored. The second one, before I could get there, it went dead.
What's the number?
I think he tried to phone you as well, Norman.
Sorry, my bad.
No, he said the call didn't go through, but he just wanted to let everyone know that, or let you know that he might be a little bit late because he needs to go pick up Marushka, so he might only get here at 2:30 or 2:45.
Okay, no, cool. Christopher told us that already. Cool. Thank you. So no, my apologies. So the second call was from him. The first call was because the first call went dead. I mean, the second call went dead. The first call I put down had been ringing for like 2-3 minutes.
Oh wow.
So the first call wasn't him. Then the second call that went dead was probably him.
I also saw on mine it just said Truecaller incoming call, and then the notification popped up, but no call actually rang. So maybe signal is a bit of an issue.
With weather.
Yeah.
I know mine rang and said it was him, and then as soon as I answered, it just immediately dropped.
Yeah, because my one, the first one was from, like I said, I got 2 different numbers. Let's go to my calls. Does he end on 0789? 8079? Yes. Yeah. Okay. The first one ended on 2235, which I put down, and then the 8079 rang but went dead before I could pick it up.
Yeah. That's his.
Okay. My apologies. I'll send an apology to him later. What I was going to say, sorry. Evara. With her coming back, she noticed that the pressure in her head, almost like a headache from the constant having someone else's memories in her head, has kind of faded away. But she has noticed that it's triggered something in her mind. She can almost like it's something being on the tip of your tongue. She can kind of feel her memories there moving around, like just out of reach, like kind of bubbles just moving around. As soon as you try and reach for them, they kind of just disappear. But she has a lot more cognizance of the other memories being there, but kind of like something being on the tip of your tongue. It's just out of reach, but they do seem to be there, just out of the way. That's about it that I wanted to add. And then obviously Gregor, like I'm not going to describe him. He's looking a little bit better now because he wasn't looking so great until he had to stop, make sure Akari understood the message very well. That we mean her no harm. And then the Gourd, petrified Gourd, grayish brown, like standing, looks like a statue, was thrown down. And I quit there, much to everyone's enjoyment. And now to continue. Does anyone have anything want to say, anything want to add before I continue?
You ending like that last week, actually, I did cry a little bit. It was very mean. You're like, and there lies Gore's lifeless body. And that's where we end for today. I did cry a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you.
We had a bit of a discussion today. And it went something like this. I don't understand why you keep coming back. I torment you every single week, and for some reason, people keep coming back for more.
I know.
But it's fun. I'm like, we need to discuss your definition of the word fun. I'm just kidding. They actually did have that discussion.
Horror.
We actually did have that discussion.
Everything that's horror and being afraid and the unexpected every now and then, especially if it's in a
I'm assuming that's Akari.
reasonable safe zone.
I'm assuming that's Akari busy drawing in the background there. Sorry, okay, now you back to the story. Then so Gregor will go forward and he'll kind of lean over and go, Gourd, and put his hand on him. Kneel down, put his hand on the body. As he puts his hand on, he's kind of like, he stands there for all his hands on, and he takes his hand away. And where his hand was, there's like a red imprint on the body. And he seems to be kind of mumbling, and as he does, you see the red imprint kind of spread along the body. It goes from like the grayish brown to the reddish brown it usually is. And the eyes like slowly open and then slowly close again and then fly open again, and Gourd kind of stretches and then gets up again and kind of looks around, and he kind of looks towards Oryn and then kind of walks towards her, holding out his arm, and you can see he now has a silver ring on both arms. The one on that arm, he's kind of holding it out towards you, showing it to you as he kind of starts walking towards you, holding out his arm. The design on it is also like a tribal design like the previous one, but this one's slightly different. It's more arabesque, more Arabic, more floral than the previous one. And he kind of starts heading towards you. You notice Gregor kind of look across and notice it as well. You see a kind of look of concern and excitement and worry across his face. Going through his mind is that obviously this had been created in the 4 days that you were gone by Gourd himself. And what he finds concerning is that that's not the pattern he had in mind. The pattern on that is different to what he envisioned. What kind of excites me is that shows Gourd has some kind of independence. which means he's more than what he created. But he's confused and worried now because how much independence does Gourd have? What does that say about Gourd in the long run? So he's a bit concerned about what's going on with Gourd now, with him trying to show you this kind of new ring that he created, this new bracelet he created for himself from the ring. I know it was way back when, from the ring that Oryn gave Gregor to give to him. And he kind of walks across, Gourd kind of walks across to Oryn to show it to her, and he's got his arm out, and he suddenly like turns and sees Silas, and his head kind of backs away a bit. And he walks slowly up to Silas and kind of sniffs him and sneezes. And then kind of storms away, his arms behind his back, looking over his shoulder at Oryn every now and again and just sneezing. And then Silas will kind of look up at Oryn and go, "Who are they? He's scary," pointing at Gourd. And kind of move closer to you, kind of like stand with his back up against your leg, just kind of looking around at everyone. And then Gourd will kind of come back to Gregor. Excuse me. And Gregor will kind of lean down and he touches their foreheads touch together. And you see them kind of nodding together as their foreheads touch. And then Gregor gets up, eyes are like wide, looks a bit pale, and he goes, "We have been gone for about 6 months."
What? What?
That's so bad. I don't want Gourd to be upset with me. We've been gone for 6 months. This is bad. Oh,
And
my
you
word.
cheated on him. You have a new kid.
He needed a
Could you?
sibling. He needed a sibling, okay?
He didn't consent to that.
Consent is key.
Siblings very seldom do consent to brothers and sisters. I'm just saying. As the oldest.
I feel you on that one. Also the oldest.
I'm the middle child. That's the best.
Akari's gonna giggle at the whole Gore and Silas thing.
Oryn is going to just respond to Silas and say, "These are our friends." And, say to him that he can trust them and they're not that scary, I promise. They're very nice.
Oh, he was pointing at Gourd when he said he's scary, specifically. Silas is just gonna like nod his. Silas is gonna like nod his head and he's gonna point to all of them and he's gonna say, "They were with us, but that one wasn't," pointing at Gregor.
I actually wanted to say last time that within this period, I feel that Oryn would have gone up to Gregor and hugged him and said, like, "Where have you been?"
Okay, well, you can go ahead. Sorry,
well,
I interrupted you. I do apologize. I was getting involved in the story and didn't quite give you a chance. I apologize.
No. I only thought of it once we ended. So
okay, cool.
You didn't at all.
After the crying, you're like, "Shame, I must hug Gregor." Gregor died. Let me hug Gregor.
Yeah, 100%. Let me rather take that scene and work it in now. So Oryn is going to kind of acknowledge that a lot has happened, and she's going to go up to Gregor, give him a hug, and say, "Where have you been?" She's going to bring Silas with her, so that she's like, "Let's find out where this guy comes from and where he has been."
And while you're going, as you kind of get closer, Silas kind of will move from in front of your leg to kind of behind your leg, kind of just peeking out from behind your legs every now and again, but staying close to you. Gregor will return your hug and say, "I was, as far as I know, inside her head," pointing towards Lillith.
Yes, thankfully I'm free of you now.
I'm not no more than this. And Silas is gonna like. You're wearing a skirt, am I right?
No,
What is it?
Oryn isn't. Oryn's wearing like
Leggings.
leggings, yeah.
Okay, no, cool. That's fine. You'll like tap you on the leg. Very insistently, like a child, like tapping on the leg the whole time.
No
Um,
effects, honey.
Oryn's going to look at him and introduce him to Gregor and say, "This is Silas."
And he's going to say, Silas will say to you, why can't I understand them?
Oh,
Keep in mind, he only speaks Sylvan.
Don't worry, little buddy. These people are not saying anything mean at the moment. You and I are both just observers right now, but I do believe we are safe. And I'll just tuck my cloak over my head and try and head in sort of into shadows a little bit more.
And then Gregor will kind of come across and hold out his hand as if to shake hands with Silas. And Silas will kind of come out behind him and just like slap his hand and then run back behind you. And Gourd will just kind of give Silas and you and Gregor like all dirty looks, like triangulating his head the whole time, just giving all of you dirty looks as much as he can. Anyone else?
just because he's the oldest child does not mean that he's going to be forgotten or replaced. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Don't not in the chat, man. Don't encourage the fighting.
So, and the rest of you? Again, it's just kind of hits you now, I suppose, that you've been gone for, it feels like a day, maybe two at the most. And in the actual world, 6 months have passed, roughly, more or less. And it was what Lillith, or not Lillith, sorry, what Akari probably realizes, Gourd and Andariel said they waited about 4 days. And that was before Andariel was sucked back to hell. That was probably the time you were there, the time that it took before she summoned the Eidolon back again, because when she summoned the Eidolon back again, must have been when Andariel was sucked back to hell. So it was, for Andariel, it's been, although time doesn't pass the same in the Abyss, it would have made, they can't really tell time, they don't have days and nights there either. But she's been fighting in hell for 6 months, or in the Abyss for 6 months, while we've been gone for what seems to us. So again, just because this was mentioned with Christopher, just to clarify, we have only aged a day or two, but the rest of the world around us, 6 months has passed. So in other words, the previous missions that we were on, all the people that were waiting for us, according to them, they probably think we're dead by now because we've been gone for 6 months. But physically, we've only aged 2 days.
That's so rough.
Just to kind of clear that up, because there was kind of a discussion, there was kind of a slight confusion about that.
Akari's going to ask in Abyssal to Andariel, what happened? What did you go through?
He's gonna like look at you and kind of try to fight back emotions. If you're trying to fight back emotions, you can just say, well, I wasn't welcome when I got back. And I've had to fight my way to survive for the time I was there. I do have allies, but they're vastly in the minority. All I'm going to say is it was hell, literally, and I am not welcome there anymore.
Another question for the DM, because their life forces are connected.
Yeah.
Does Andariel heal now?
she would start healing now. But I mean, the blood kind of hindered. Because remember, I said there was bruises on her and there was blood. The wounds would have healed, but the bruising's still there on some of the places, and there would be blood in her hair and blood on her. But there's no wounds, but there would still be blood there. Which is kind of what I was hinting at last time when I kind of described her. So a lot of the wounds are kind of, she's back to full life, but the blood would have stayed there, the bruises would have still been there, but the actual wounds that would have been a lot worse have kind of healed up and healed over, but the blood doesn't just disappear. That's why I said,
Like
especially
the-
blood in her hair and that.
Mhm.
Evara, I'm assuming, will kind of just sit there by herself. She's a bit confused now with all these sudden things appearing in her mind, and they're kind of trying to get her, maybe trying to figure out what's going on. Everything like seems to be just on the tip of her tongue, but not quite there yet. Alpha, how about you?
Alpha's gonna immediately reach and feel if he still has his religious symbol.
It is still there.
He's gonna feel it. He's gonna grab. I presume our weapons are still close to us.
You are your weapons would be sheathed. Everything is the way you were when you left. The only thing, unless you decided to change your appearances, the only difference for you would be your helmet's now lying on the floor instead of being on your head.
Okay. Alpha will stand, all the way up and everything. He'll unsheath his sword, look to the sky, point the sword to the sky, and say, "I'm still worthy." Feeling that reconnection with his deity.
Cool. Okay, perfect. And you get just again a feeling back of just relief and kind of a surge of energy. Gregor kind of looks to Lilith as well and goes, "Welcome to our world. It is not quite as interesting as yours is, but we welcome you should you wish to join us."
I will definitely accept that joining the party because I do not know where I am. It is a very confusing, very bright place I have come to. And yes, I'll just tuck my cloak in around my shoulders and over my head a little bit more. Interesting to see what you look like on the other side of fairy. All of you all. I'm glad that I've got you out of my head.
The feeling is mutual. No offense meant.
Oryn is going to look at Lilith and just say, I think it's Sylvan is the
Sylvan.
yes, Sylvan.
Fairy language. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Correct.
She's going to look at her and say, "I'm glad that you could come back with us, and it would be an honor to have you join us."
Thank you. I'm glad of the adventure because it was a little bit lonely. I feel a little bit overcrowded right now, but let's see how it goes.
Silas is going to start like tapping on the leg again and goes, "Can you teach me to speak like they speak?"
Oryn is going to look at him and say, "Absolutely. Although I do apologize in advance for some of the things," and look at Akari and say that the members in our team say.
He's going to kind of, again, from behind, going to kind of hug your leg and say, thank you so much. No one's ever taught me anything before."
Oh no.
Kari's too busy washing the blood off of Andariel to even notice that.
Well, she probably wouldn't have even understood anyway unless she speaks Sylvan.
Should have seen the look.
Wait a second. And Gregor's going to kind of look up and say, "It is getting late and I see the The clouds are gathering for rain. We should maybe try and see if we can find some shelter.
Agreed.
Corey's just gonna take a second and then turn to Gregor and say, just as a token to see that I know that we are allies, and then she's gonna walk up to Lillith and hand her the Bloodseeker beak and just say, this should help you more than it ever did me.
Thank you. Cool. Okay. Lilith, please add it is Bloodseeker beak, ne?
I'm gonna post it now so that
Okay,
you can just
perfect.
copy paste.
Into
Okay.
your thank you. Into your inventory.
You're gonna
Equipment,
post
I
it?
suppose.
Yeah, it's in your
Your
character chat.
personal. So you go to your personal chat. This is Adri Char.
Okay, Bloodseeker beak.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put that into your. Is it made or is it a normal thing?
It's a normal item.
You just put it into the search bar. You'll be able to add it.
And then you need to attach that to a weapon for it to work. Just saying.
Bloodseeker beak. Okay.
I did some research. Command only works on one person, by the way.
Unless it's a heightened spell.
Okay, that's not needed. Okay, now.
Sorry, can I just quickly ask something? Apologies. Do I just add it to my
Yeah, you just add it to your inventory.
and then I have to attach it to a weapon, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just for when you use that weapon, you can activate it. So it's not actually attaching to anything. It's just you would say that you have it attached to your bow or sword.
Which would
Ah.
be better, the bow or the sword?
I have no idea. I
I
didn't even
think
look
you
at what it
use
does.
the bow more, so
Yes,
I go
I
for
do.
the bow.
So okay, again, so
Wasn't
my
a lazy DM.
people, how do I attach that to the short bow?
You don't need to attach it. You just tell the people, listen, it's on my short
Oh,
bow.
okay. And I just leave it in my inventory. I don't put it into the bag holding or anything like that.
I suppose you could if you wanted to, but I don't think it'll really. I think leave it there because then you can look what it does a lot easier than having to go into the
Yeah.
bag.
Okay. Cool. Thank you very much. I wasn't expecting gifts. I've been included in a party and I'm receiving gifts. I feel like an honored guest. Thank you.
On the mention of the word gifts, you see Gregor and Gore's heads kind of like jerk up a bit. And then, whoops, let me just move that thing again. And then they just look away again.
Speaking of gifts, do I still have that bottle?
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I've been waiting
wonderful.
for that. I've been waiting for that question, actually.
Wonderful. I would like to go to Gregor again, and I'm probably still standing right next to him, but I want to give him the bottle of that burning liquidy whatever that I picked up in the fairy world.
Okay, I'm gonna put in my inventory fairy ichor. I can't think what else to put it.
Burning blood.
Burning blood. Okay, burning blood it is.
Or whatever.
I'm putting in burning fairy blood. That'll work.
Sounds good.
I almost said something, but I'm not going to. Burning fairy ichor. It sounds like something that you should buy at Loveland.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Alpha laughed. He was thinking the same thing I was thinking.
Don't throw Alpha under the bus now. Really?
Okay. And the sky again starts darkening. You can kind of see the clouds closing in a bit more. And Gregor kind of looks to Evara and said, "You've been pretty good at this so far. Which way you think we go?"
He's going to activate her tracker's goggles and see if she can find any tracks that were made recently.
You do, in actual fact, notice some tracks that were made relatively recently, a few days ago. They seem to be heading towards the west. And you can kind of see there. And it seems to be in a single person. And you do see some, it looks like some animal tracks around as well. But relatively recently, it seems as if someone was this way and they seem to have gone in a westerly direction, a kind of northwest, but more west than north. So west of northwest, kind of seems to be headed in that direction.
She's gonna point that way and say, "This seems like a good way."
Gregor said, you've never not read us wrong so far. I trust you. And he'll kind of start heading off that way with Gourd, kind of walking more closely to him than usual, but at the same time, kind of still looking every now and again, looking at his two little bracelets and kind of turning his head every now and again and looking at Silas, hoping that no one, kind of in a way that he hopes no one sees him looking there. Just like looking and then heading back. And as all of you kind of head along the road, you're heading in a, okay, let me quickly get to my stuff. Heading in kind of that direction, you notice it is getting darker, it's getting a bit, the ground's getting a bit swampier, it's getting a bit, you do see trees and that's still, okay. And you hear a river along, flowing along in a westerly, on the kind of west as you're heading towards, you seem to be heading towards a river. You do see, you hear like a river flowing up ahead. And if Evara is still watching, she sees the footsteps. Ow, cat! Sorry. The footsteps seem to turn and start following the river up.
She's going to continue leading the group as she follows the tracks.
You guys kind of need to just keep going upriver. The afternoon's seems to be heading on. It's heading into quite a kind of into afternoon now, kind of later afternoon. Sky's getting very overcast now. You're starting to hear like you guys are probably hearing outside. You're starting to hear like the rumbling of thunder, and it's getting a bit dark. And as it gets darker, Oryn, you suddenly notice that Silas kind of walks forward and he stops, and then he moves his head to the left, and he moves it to the right, and then he moves it up, and he moves it down, and then he kind of leaves his hands up in front of his face. He takes them down. He's got this look of complete shock and awe on his face, and he goes, "I glow. How long has that been going on?" You notice his eyes are like slightly glowing. It's like yellow light in the darkness. And he'll keep like putting his leaves up in front of him and like moving his head around and putting his hands back down again as he kind of walks around and notices kind of for the first time that his eyes seem to glow in the dark. And he's kind of like almost skipping, feeling like really excited, like, dude, I glowed. Who knew? And he'll kind of keep looking at you and then kind of watching the light, the way the light makes little lights on your leggings, and then look back at the road again, kind of trying to see if he almost look as trying to make a torch, like trying to see if he can how far he can make the light go out. And Gourd just kind of, you see Gourd kind of like shaking his head as he goes. And then as you guys kind of get a bit further on, I'm going to give you first of all a brief idea of where you are. Don't worry about your characters. This is like a big ass map. Okay, now you guys kind of like over here. So you're following the Lampback River. It's in the continent of Varisia, near the city of Riddleport. When you're kind of just heading up, following the river up. Whoops. Try again. Okay. And you're just following the footsteps, following the river up. And I'm going to remove that map, put the other map back. Because that was just to give you guys an idea. of kind of where you are. You're kind of just heading up alongside the river. And you do see, as you get closer and closer, you do see a town kind of off in the distance, kind of on the right. There doesn't really seem to be a bridge there, but you do notice, here we go. There we go. That's the next map. You guys can see that. Let me just change that and then put you guys back on. Akari, Alpha. There you go. There you go. Okay, we're all a bit big for this map. I get it. Don't worry.
Mhm.
But as you guys kind of you're heading up the river, you notice that there is like here we go. Excuse me. There is like a we'll have to do. Okay. There we go. There does seem to be like a building here, kind of made out of wood with a roof on it. And then it's a accompanying building on the opposite side, and there's like a thick rope tied between them. And on the other side of the river, kind of slowly heading towards you, is a ferry. You do also see an orc whose description will be added by Eckard when he gets here. Kind of standing there as well, leaning against one of the pillars, just waiting for the ferry to get there. As you kind of get closer, you kind of notice also Silas kind of looking at him, kind of eyes narrowing at the orc as they kind of you head closer. Again, this is not necessarily the position we're standing in. And the ferry kind of, you see slowly as the guy's trying to dragging it along, you do see the ferry kind of heading back towards you as it kind of comes to your side. Anyone want to do or say anything?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Are we having to cross the river, I suppose?
Well, that's where the things seem to go. The footsteps seem to stop. You do notice again, if Evara leaves it, that the footsteps you are following are not the footsteps of the orc. They come from the opposite direction. But you do notice it slowly. It's like the ropes are being pulled on a pulley system, and it gets closer and closer as the barge. It's a very large, kind of black-bottomed area. It seems to be heading across. You do see a man on it. He's pulling it as you go, and you kind of pause. Eventually, it starts the pulling. The ferry gets across to your side. The man kind of steps off, and you'll kind of go, if you want to get across, it's 1 silver each. All aboard. Who's coming aboard?
Scam artist.
And he'll just like stand there waiting, holding out his hand. You do notice the orc kind of flicks him a silver and gets on board.
I assume we're going to cross the river. Team.
Yep.
I think so.
Okay, everyone, please remove 1 silver from your money. I'll do it for Gregor as well.
Can I try and talk my way to getting a free ride?
Give me 2 seconds. Let me just remove 1 silver from. You guys know how to remove a silver?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Do I have to? Do we have to pay for the familiars as well?
I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just checking.
No, you're right. I'll let you go now, Akari. As Gregor and Oryn get close, he kind of looks and goes, "It'll be a copper piece for those two, each."
I don't have a copper. What is the conversion between copper and silver?
10 copper is 1
Okay.
silver.
10 copper is 1 silver. So drop your silver by 1 and give yourself 9 copper back.
Okay, cool.
Geez, you're getting change. Lucky you. It's not just
I
changing the
was
silver coin.
I was planning to say I don't have change, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to be that mean.
Oh,
Okay, please, Corey, go ahead.
wow.
Okay. What do you want to negotiate for?
I'm going to point to the rest of the team and then just say, well, we're all going across in anyway, and you already have 6 silver.
That took longer than it should have.
Besides, we're legendary adventurers. We could help your town.
Okay, he goes, why would we need help?
Everybody needs help.
You need help, I'll tell you that
Sorry.
much.
Everybody needs help, especially after we've been there.
Go ahead and roll again.
Hmm.
With
Roll again.
seeing
Roll
that,
again.
Alpha wants to say something.
Go, Akari. I think you got a free ride happening right here.
He'll let you go past, but as Andariel gets, he holds up his hand and goes, you need to pay.
She's with me. She can ride on my back if you want that. Then it's only 1 pair of feet on your boat.
That's why I was asking you to roll again.
Doesn't she have wings? Can't she just fly across?
You can only glide for now, okay? The wings are for later.
He'll just look at you and go, and he takes his hand away and goes, and just mumbles, and he gets on the boat and he starts going back, pulling it back across again, just mumbling to himself. And then
Alpha wanted to say something.
Alpha wants, I was going to say, and then Alpha wants to say something.
Alpha will look at. Oh wait. We'll look at Akari and say, stealing from those who offer their service dishonors the very light we are sworn to protect. 1 silver is but a small price, yet a larger one is paid when one loses their integrity.
Nice.
Ooh.
The light you were sworn to protect.
Nuh-uh.
Plus, I'm not stealing anything from him. I'm just not paying him for doing something he already gets paid to do by the town.
The guy kind of looks up and he goes, you do realize I'm right here. Oh yeah, and when you're in town, please beware of the water wolf. It likes eating children's guts. And he kind of meaningfully looks at Gourd and Silas, and just kind of snickers under his breath and keeps pulling it across slowly. Doesn't really say anything else unless anyone wants to ask him anything for the rest of the kind of slow drag.
Oryn would like to cast Acid Splash after that comment, after that look.
Wow.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I
No,
don't want
no. I realize it. No, I realize that. I know. You kind of just pulls it slowly across. As you guys are going across, a slight drizzle starts to fall. He gets to the other side, and then he just gets off and starts walking back. You assume his house, just gets up and kind of leaves, doesn't say anything to you, just walks away, and kind of all of you stranded kind of in the house there. Gregor will kind of look around, hold up his hand, and go, "Maybe we should find some shelter."
Agreed.
Oops. What happened there? Sorry. That was weird. Okay, my thing just closed on me. My window.
If I can,
Hmm?
I'd like to give Silas one of the copper pieces, the copper coins,
Mhm.
and like show him and say to him in Sylvan, this is money. This specifically is copper. And then she's going to switch to common. I'm assuming that's what we're all speaking.
Common. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, common.
And say copper, and try and show him that that's the other language equivalent.
Are you giving him the copper or just showing it to him?
I'll give it to him for him to look at. You can. I'm giving it to him now.
Okay, he'll kind of take it, and he kind of bites down on it, and he kind of holds it to his chest, and you see like a tear roll down his cheek. "I will take it and love it and treasure it forever. No one's ever given me anything before. I love you so much, Lady Oryn. Thank you." And he's gonna kind of stutter for a while and go, "Copper?" in common. Then hold it up for everyone to see, and go again, "Copper?" And then kind of look around and realize he doesn't have anywhere to put it. He's gonna kind of look up at Oryn with like these big soppy eyes and kind of hand it back to her, tears still kind of running down his cheeks.
I don't know what kind of life he's had before I found him, but I'm glad I did because it's very sad. Hold on, hang on, wait. Just give me 1 second if you don't mind.
While Oryn is busy trying
Eckard's on
to
his way.
find a
Ouch.
while Oryn is busy trying to find a pouch, Akari's gonna walk over and take out her flint and steel little pocket that it was in and hand it over to Silas. Hopefully he can understand. It's for the coin.
You're
Yeah.
gonna give him what? Sorry?
A small pouch. Just had the flint and steel in it.
So it's like okay, on his size, how big is the patch? Would it look kind of like a? This is going to sound horrible, but I suppose the best thing I can think of on his size, because he's about 3 foot, it would be kind of like a fanny pack, I would assume.
Yeah, I'd say so. Roughly.
He's going to like take it from you and kind of just hold it up to Lady Oryn and kind of look at her like slightly confused.
Oryn is going to show him like how to open it and put the pouch in, and she's going to then again in Sylvan say to him, thank you, and then again switch to common and say thank you to and point at Akari.
He's going to point to Akari and go, "Lady, thank you."
Oryn's going to say, not quite, but you're getting the hang of it. Well done.
He's going to like nod his head and look very proud, and then kind of take the bag and the coin. You can keep the coin and the stuff in your inventory. You don't have to remove them. Silas is with you, so you can actually just keep it in your inventory. But it's going to kind of take it and like strap it around. Kind of look at Gregor and then look back at him and kind of strap it on like Gregor's bandolier. Kind of strap it across his chest. with the pouch on the front, and kind of pointed it. His kind of bandolier, his men pointed Gregor's bandolier and point back at his. And kind of just like nod his head.
I would also like to. I'll remove the copper still because I also want to give a piece to Gourd. A copper, please.
Sorry, treating all your children the same.
Yes, I'm not a bad mom.
You're gonna kind of hold it out to Gourd. You'll, ooh, whoops. Oh, for Pete's sake, what's going on with mine? There we go. You'll kind of come forward and just kind of take it like gingerly with his hand, with like the two fingers and the thumb, and kind of take it between finger and thumb and just kind of hold it with a finger and thumb and kind of just like nod his head to you and then hand it over his shoulder to Gregor. He's just going to smile at you and kind of nod like, I see what you're trying to do. Thank you. And takes it, puts it into his pouch. And then he'll say to you, they are more difficult than they would think they would be, are they not?
Oryn's going to, like, not scoff, but go, like, right, and just roll her eyes and be like, kids these days.
And you're gonna kind of see Silas is gonna kind of be like very confused, looking at you, looking at Gourd, looking at Gregor, looking at you, looking at Gourd, kind of looking very confused with what's going on right now. Close that, and you'll kind of see the while you were talking, the kind of the orc just kind of took a look at you and just snorted, and then just kind of walked away towards the center of the town. And you kind of just see him walking towards the center of town and kind of entering a building. This building, over here. Kind of see him just go into the building. Doesn't say anything to you, just keeps going. You do see it's like it's a village. There's fields. There's some excuse me. There are some people around working in the field. Seem to be walking around. People seem to be kind of heading home, and no one seems to kind of be aggressive towards you, but don't look overly friendly either. They just seem to be going about their daily chores. And suddenly, like this, like the floodgates open and just starts pouring with rain. All the rain starts like pouring down. Gregor and Gourd will kind of head also towards the it was over here, kind of head towards the very fast pace, kind of heading towards the same building that they saw, like you're hearing outside.
Yeah.
The same building you saw kind of the orc disappear into. The rest of you.
100%, I'll follow as well, Silas and I.
Okay, as you notice Silas following you, you'll see Silas kind of jumping up and prancing and holding out his arms and putting his head back, and he's got his tongue out, which is bright red. And the rain falls. And as the rain, wherever a drop falls, you see it actually seems like his color seems to go brighter for a second, and then it seems to just get absorbed into his body or into his head or whatever. And his mouth is like bright, and his eyes seem to be glowing slightly brighter. He seems to just be dancing and playing in the rain, and everywhere it hits him again, it just seems to, just for a second, seems to like brighten and then disappear into his skin, and he just seems to be having the time of his life, kind of going wee, wee.
He's just like his mom.
Anyone else?
Evara is going to use the coyote cloak
Okay,
to cover herself as she walks towards the rest of the group as well.
I'll move.
And then Akari's going to sell the legendary adventurer stuff and use shield as a cantrip as she walks to cover herself and
Okay.
Andariel from the rain.
Okay, nice. Alpha.
Alpha's gonna take the rein like a man.
Like walk very slowly, like this doesn't bug me. I'm just this happens
It's
every
gonna
day.
start bugging you when that armor starts to rust.
Champion of divine light, nothing rusts.
You just like kind of you just like kind of strut along, way behind the rest. You're kind of okay. I suppose Akari wouldn't really run, so maybe I'll move her back. Everyone else kind of like runs through the range, try and not get wet. The two of you can kind of also just kind of stroll, maybe a little bit faster, but also under the shield. Lillith.
Got my cloak tucked in around over my head, and I'll just also just sort of meander at the back.
Okay.
This is all very different and very whatever, so I'm not gonna bolt. At least I'm familiar with rain, but the rest is all new. So I'll not hang back, but I'm not gonna run to the rain either. And then I'll watch Silas with his little tricks out in the rain.
You notice as all the people around you also kind of running into their houses. Some of them you see running into the same place you are. Other people seem to kind of be running into their houses, like holding their hands over their heads. Some of them looking at you like kind of weird. And Silas is really enjoying himself. And as you get there, you notice a sign on the door. It seems to be a tavern. It says the Drunken Dog. And
Nice.
you all kind of head in. I'm hoping the fog of war. What do you see? You should only see the tavern. Am I correct?
Yeah, we only see one, like this room here. There's nothing else
perfect.
around it.
That's what you're supposed to see. That's cool. You guys kind of, and let me get back to you. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. Characters. Okay, there's Silasy. Okay, the sizing is almost right, so that's actually pretty cool. And then get the rest of you. Lilith. I'll put you near Silas. Okay, closer than that to Silas. That's not quite what I expected. Or
I can just imagine Oryn and Silas, because I feel like Oryn also wouldn't run in the rain, being like a druid and whatever.
okay, I
I
get
feel
you.
like they would probably just be waiting for everybody else to get in, but like jumping outside in the puddles in the rain, living their best childish life.
I think that's everyone. Guys, go ahead and move yourselves. I'm just putting you on the board.
Alpha.
Alpha's there. He's the last person I managed to get. Okay.
Okay. As Alpha walks in, Akari's gonna hold open the door for him and say, "How gracious! You didn't even disrupt the rain from falling on your blessed scalp."
As you kind of head in, you do notice that there's 2 or 3 people sitting at the various tables. Let's go back in here. Sorry, guys. I need this here. You see the orc. That's kind of set over here at a table on his own. I really like this. I didn't expect this. I'm not going to lie. I didn't check it before this. Actually, the scaling's almost right on this building, which is really, really cool. You kind of head in, into this tavern. You see there's tables, a few tables around. There's some chairs. There's a bar on the side. Behind the bar, there's a doorway, probably leading to the kitchen, you would suppose. You do notice there's the door you guys just came in through. That's the door over here. There's another door over here. And then another door at the top there. And you do notice these 2 down here actually aren't doors, they're actually stairways leading up. The one on the left, if you're standing facing, the one on the left says beds, the one on the right says baths. And behind the bar, you notice a man with a beard, kind of shortish hair, oldish man, who kind of says, "Welcome, welcome. Come on in, get out of the rain. Have a seat. Welcome to my tavern and inn. Will you be staying?" And they are, you notice, as there's 2 or 3 like barmaids kind of just standing around, and one, I suppose, waiter, a barman, kind of also just standing around waiting for people, just standing around and waiting to service if anyone needs anything. As you kind of head in, the guy kind of walks across to you, massive, like block of a man. He's like, it looks like he must be at least 7 foot tall, built like 7 foot tall, like 5 foot wide, built like just muscles on top of muscles, bright red hair. He kind of comes towards you and he goes, my name's George. I'll be helping you today. Would you like to sit anywhere? Can I get you a drink, maybe? You kind of notice that the guy behind the bar just kind of eyeballs him, doesn't say anything.
Hey, this is your country, people. You must tell me what do you do? I'll just hang in the shadows for now. I'm not going to engage with anyone. My back to the wall, just
And move you into the shadows of the wall.
okay. Keeping an eyeball on everyone.
Oryn is going to move her and Silas up to, I think here in the bar.
Yeah, those would be bar stools. Yeah, so you're by a bar stool there. Yep.
And she's going to ask the bartender for their. Well, let me start rather with the price of their finest, whatever, their finest thing they sell.
Well, he'll come across. Okay, let me give you a thing. He'll come across. He goes, you look like you look like you're thirsty. We have ale, we have beer, we have wine, we have spirits. Depending on what you want, we have everything. We have baths, hot and cold, and look, you might need a place to sleep. We offer beds as well. What exactly are you looking for? And Gregor's going to kind of say straight away, I want a warm bath and a bed. And okay, well, warm bath would run you about 5 copper pieces, and a bed for the night would be about 5 silver. We have upstairs. It's a common room. There's just some beds there, little chest at the foot of the bed for you to put your stuff in, and some change rooms on the side. Very upper class for some place this small. And he's going to turn back to Oryn and say, "Milady, you were."
I would also like a bed for the night and a glass of wine, please.
Okay. Gregor's going to kind of look across you and just nod his head and smile and say, I think wine would be good. Okay.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
she's also then going to call the bartender back, nod at Gregor and say, make it 2, please.
He's just going to nod at you. Okay. So, for the bed for the night, please deduct 5 silver. And you just wanted the bed.
Yes.
So that'll make that 0, and that'll make that. Where'd my copper go to? 3. Okay. You kind of, you see the barman kind of nod towards the guy that was going to help you, and he just kind of nods back, and you see him disappear through this door. Whoops, try that again. Kind of disappear through this door, which again you assume goes to the kitchen, and the barman goes behind him and brings back 2 glasses of wine, puts them in front of you. That would be a grand total. Yes, I actually have looked up what these things cost in case you guys were wondering. Wine, where would wine be? Wine, where did wine go? Page not found. Of course it's not found.
Are the snacks in front of us on the picture, are those like, accessible, or do we have to pay for that?
Pretty much pickles.
Okay, wonderful. But it's free, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Like donut bars, don't they usually serve like they put like little peanuts or something on the
Pickles
tables?
is what you get here.
Okay, wonderful. She's gonna give some of that to Silas.
What is it? A fine vintage or not for the wine? Because fine vintage can cost up to 1 gold piece for a bottle.
No, per bottle. This is just the glass. He's going to bring you guys glasses. I'm trying to see where my price. I actually did have this looked up now. I've looked the list. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry.
No, Wesley. No.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Sorry. I got it. It would be 2 copper per glass. So it'd be 4 coppers. And he puts on the glass in front of you. He kind of looks expectantly at the rest of you, and as you do, you kind of see the other guy kind of carrying 2 buckets of boiling water up the stairs where it said baths. Anyone else?
Evara's gonna sit down next to Oryn and Silas, and then pour some water into a cup and add some green herbs from a pouch in a pocket into it. Stir it a bit with a finger, and then just sip that for a while.
He's going to kind of look at
drinking catnip tea, by the way.
cool.
Kind of.
It's a cold catnip tea, I'm assuming. You see the barman kind of look at her and just kind of grunt, narrow his eyes, but he doesn't say anything. He'll look at Akari and kind of shut over the bar at you. And for you 2 lovely ladies, ale, beer, wine, spirits, I got it all.
Akari's gonna look around and then ask,
Off
do you
every
have
head.
entertainment in your establishment?
He's going to kind of look at you, kind of scratch his head and go, well, the bards haven't been here for a while. The dances are on Thursday nights only. I can offer you someone to bath with, if you know what I mean. And he kind of winks. That does cost you extra, though. And Gregor just kind of looks at him disgustedly when he says that.
Akari's gonna shake her head and then take out her instruments and just also, tonight's free.
He kind of scratches his beard. He's kind of scratches his beard and goes, depends how entertaining you are. You and your a dancer friend, I assume. Or does she sing?
Oh, she does more of the bathing with someone, and Akari winks.
Whoa.
You'll see him kind of pull back his head and just kind of chuckle, and he goes, I like you. I like you. I'll tell you what, if you 2 entertain my customers, you can stay for free, but yeah, food and drink you need to pay for.
He's gonna walk up and shake his hand and say, it's a deal.
Over here, I actually prepared for this. There is kind of the stage area, should you wish to use it. And he's going to ask you again, but before you go, you don't want to wet your whistle?
Maybe after, thanks.
Okay. You'll look at Alpha, and for you, fine sir.
Alpha's gonna sit on a bar stool, but it's gonna kind of be like a big clump as he sits down with all the armor.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
And then we have the sound effects. I organized for that, okay? Go ahead.
Then he's gonna say, good keeper, a honeyed mead, if you please, to share in warmth and strength with those who stand for justice and honor. And I seek too a bed for the night and the comfort of a warm bath.
Cool. 5 copper, 5 silver, and your and it is 3 copper for the ale.
Wait, I
You
need
kind
to
of,
make a note.
as you guys do the money, he kind of just takes and puts it behind the bar and kind of nods a thank you. And as the guy comes downstairs with empty buckets, he kind of motions to him, and the guy kind of nods his head. He goes back into the kitchen. He turns to you all and he says, what we have tonight is we have rabbit stew, some of the best rabbit stew you've ever tasted, and we have pork with spiced potato and beetroot. Great meals, not overly priced, for great value for money. It will only cost you 3 silver pieces. After that, Gregor kind of says, looks at him and goes, I don't eat meat. And he kind of looks across, looking very confused. Thinks for a while, kind of scratches his head, goes, I suppose we could do bread, cheese, and pickles for you to go with your wine. And they go, that would be good. Excuse me, I'm going to bath. And he kind of bows to everyone in the room and kind of disappears up the stairs. And Gourd kind of turns around to everyone. Just kind of shrugs his shoulders and goes running after Gregor, who's walking a lot faster than he probably should. He kind of runs up the stairs. They both go up the stairs. This is the baths. And the barman kind of barman kind of turns to you and says, just give it a while. The other bath will be ready soon. And kind of Gregor just disappears. And then he kind of disappears into the back. You hear him talking in the back, and then he comes back out again. So meal won't be long, 5 to 10 minutes at the most. And he just kind of sits back and carries on cleaning glass.
So Evara would order a rabbit stew and Akari the pork.
Okay. Again, please deduct it off your silvers.
Will do. And then should I roll for the performance check?
Give me a second. Just let everyone finish first. Everyone get their, make their payments to get their things up to date, their money up to date. Coin pouch.
Sorry, what was it for the bath, sleeping, and the mead?
3 silver for the bath. 3 copper for the bath. I've forgotten. Oh, give me a second. Let me look it up again.
6 copper in total, 3 for the bath, 3 for the mead, and 3 silver for the bed, I believe.
There you go. Thank you. 6 copper, 3 silver. Wow, it's pouring there. I'm not sure who that is, but wow.
Sorry, that's me.
No, don't be sorry. It's like, wow, it's really pouring there.
Yeah. The rain isn't too bad, but the thunder and lightning is a bit rough. That's why I've got my dog here with me. So I do also apologize for the growling.
No. Don't be. It's just like, wow, that's really hectic. Okay. Okay, so everyone sorted out their cash. Except for Lillith, who's just come in now. She was taking the washing off the line with the rain.
It's great. It fits the ambiance of the game.
Okay, you can do that when you get back. The offering is rabbit stew. I forgot, it's rabbit stew with a hunk of bread, or best rabbit stew you've probably ever tasted, or pork with spicy potatoes and beetroot. I assume you know what pork is, yeah. You know what rabbit is too. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, everyone's sorted out. Please go ahead and make your performance roll.
I did 22.
Oh, did I miss it? Sorry. That's pretty good. Kind of set up, do your performance. You notice even the orc kind of looks up and nods his head in approval. Hey, greetings. Eckard, welcome.
Hi everyone, apologies for being so late.
No
Yeah,
problem.
just a very hectic day.
No problem. We didn't really get much done. We just kind of just got the group in here. I did send you a personal note. Check on the Discord. Yeah, stay while and listen.
Oh, okay.
Um, if you go into your personal, it's Eckard character in the Pathfinder 2E, you'll see I sent you personal notes about the mission. That you would know, that's the information you would know. You've kind of just met these people on the ferry ride on the way over. Didn't really do much talking to them. They kind of came in here, ordered some drinks and some food. You are welcome to join them. There's ale, wine, beer, spirits, and the food on offer, aside from Gregor, who does not eat meat, who got himself a special meal. It's rabbit stew with bread or pork with spiced potato and beetroot, and then a room for the night, and is also offered as well as a bath. It's still 5 silver for a bed for the night, 3 silver for depending what you want to drink. That might change, and it is 3 silver if I remember correctly for the meal, and a bath. If you want a bath, it is 3 coppers.
Okay. Does my character need a bath or?
Probably not. Probably not. But he would need a place to sleep, and if he's hungry, something to eat or drink.
There's also live entertainment.
And live entertainment, which Akari just did like a major show with her.
Shamisen. So really the thing that I sent the gif of. That's her instrument.
Okay, cool. So that is actually. I was going to say I don't know if that's the right instrument, but there you go.
As well as personal entertainment in the bath, allegedly.
Preferably, if you wanted to buy it, you could.
Yeah. Because they don't have other entertainment, but if you want someone to help you with the bath, that does cost extra though. So
Just
far,
nudge, nudge, wink, wink to Oryn. That's the finest thing they sell is George.
George. Did I miss something? Okay.
The muscular man, that the waiter.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, no, he's carrying the water up and down. I'm not sure about that, but you'll see him exit again with two buckets of boiling water. If you're looking for that, again, that would be just the prices to just deduct that money off your gold, silver, copper. 10 copper is 1 silver. 10 silver is 1 gold.
Did you decide what's happening to me yet?
Huh? Did I?
Sorry, guys. I just had to quickly go and have a look outside.
It wasn't too bad
Yeah,
in
it's
case you guys were
boring
wondering. Our
despite
washing
as
line
well.
is covered. So the one that I haven't. Everyone described themselves last time. Gregor, which is not here now, has got like a long black hair put into like a braid, goatee beard. He's got burn marks all along his body and neck, and slightly on the, I think it's on the right side of his face. His clothing kind of looks, although it looks like it's meant to be elegant, it looks very functional. He's got like a coat that looks like a trench coat or a lab coat, like a apron. It's kind of like a butcher's apron. Everything's filled with like pockets. He's got like a bandolier across his chest with bombs and little flasks and stuff on it. And he's got a little helper, Gourd, who's about 1.5 to 2 feet tall. He's got a head like looks like kind of like an alien with like blue eyes, no mouth, slits for nose. One hand's got 4 fingers and 3 fingers and a thumb. His other hand's only got 2 fingers and a thumb. He's got a hunchback, reddish brown skin, blue eyes. That's his familiar, and they've just gone upstairs to go and bath. And that's about it. Would you like to describe yourself? If you have a picture of your character, I will create tokens like the ones you see here of all of us. Or right now, just use the standardized orc token.
Okay, that's fine. just get the image quickly.
Oh, cool.
Ah,
See, I
nice.
knew there was an image, I just couldn't find it. I told you there was war paint, dude.
Ooh, very cool.
Very nice.
I told you there was war paint. I just couldn't find it. I know you sent it to me. I remember seeing it, but for the life of me, couldn't find it.
Okay, so I'm supposed to introduce myself, right? So do
Yeah,
I need
all
to
you need
move
to,
to
all
the
you need to
character?
do is just tell us your character's name and describe yourself. Anything more you want to tell us is up to you. The only thing you have to tell us is your name and describe what you look like. Anything else is completely up to you.
Okay, that's fine. So the appearance of Gnorbash, he's a male orc. So he's towering, broad, very muscular build. He's got a medium beard, short hair, dark eyes. The whole body is basically covered in battle scars, showing his prowess and experience in past battles.
Nice.
Do I need to give my alignment and beliefs,
No,
or is
that's
that
up to you.
something I can keep
No,
for
that's
myself?
entirely up
now?
to you. If you want to give it, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to either. Again, the only thing you have to give is your description. Other than that, it's entirely up to you how much you want to share or how much you want to. When you post them up and you listen to them later, you'll notice there's a lot of secrets. You're more than welcome to keep whatever you like secret.
Okay, in that case, I'll just leave his title, which is Discard Guardian, for now, and then that would be it for now.
Cool, cool. Thank you, thank you. Cut. What did you order?
I don't recall what Akari said the best one was. Did I have ale or whiskey by any chance?
Ale, you have whiskey, we have any kind of drink you would want. It's depending what you want, it'll be a different price. But the offerings for dinner were pork with spiced potato and beetroot, or rabbit stew with bread.
Okay, so Gnorbash is going to order the rabbit with potatoes.
Rabbit with bread.
And sorry, with bread,
Cool, cool.
and then just normal honey ale for me, I guess.
Honey ale. Hey, that is 3 copper. You have the same thing Alpha did. And then it is another three copper if I remember correctly for the food.
I've only got gold and silver in my
Okay.
inventory.
Okay.
You said
So
it's 3 silver for the food, eh?
oh, sorry, 3 silver, and so you would deduct 4 silver and add back 7 copper. Sorry,
Okay,
dude.
so I got 4.
And then it was 5 silver as well for the night. So another 5 silver for the lodgings, for the sleep, for the bed.
How much copper do I need to give my character?
7,
Okay.
and then another 5 silver for the bed for the night.
Jeez, my character is going to be poor after this.
So that's it. Okay, cool. And with that done, well, have a look at the notes I sent you, and you'll see that that might, depending how far you get in your mission, that might not last that long. Yes.
Could Oryn perhaps roll a diplomacy and try and flatter, them into giving her some of that stew?
You want the rabbit stew?
Oh, it smells so good, Well, look at this fine establishment.
You're more than welcome. Why is this not working? There we go. That actually looks pretty cool. There we go. You can go ahead and give it a try. Give me a second if you get back into there again. Go ahead and roll diplomacy.
Cool. Wow!
Good job, Oryn.
Nat 20. I should get 2 bowls for that.
Yeah, one for you and one for Silas.
I need to prepare my dice. Dice change time. Okay. You will he'll go, well, I'm sure the chef would be happy to hear that. And he kind of heads into the back. And this kind of really old, grey beard, balding dwarf comes out, and he comes walking about, comes out of the kitchen, covered in, he's got an apron, but everything's to be covered in ingredients and grease. And he kind of walks across to you and he goes, oh, here, you like my food, eh? It's probably the best food you've ever tasted, I'll tell you. Been doing this for centuries. I used to be a great hunter at one time, but now I've turned to cooking.
Oryn's going to look at him and say, well, I can definitely say that you've made the right career choice. It smells and looks divine.
Just to mention, it actually does smell really, really good.
Mhm.
You can't smell the spices and stuff. It actually does smell really, really good. Now the sort of smells are wafting from the kitchen. He's going to kind of just nod and say, "Thank you kindly, ma'am," and look across at very suspicious. Look across at Silas and kind of scratch his head and kind of lick his lips, and he'll just kind of then walk away and go back into the kitchen. After a little while, anyone else want to do anything? Oh, I'm just quickly finish this. Anyone else want to do anything while I'm kind of orders?
Could
Oh.
I gather information while still in the tavern?
Yes. Well, there's not many people to really talk to, but yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Kari's gonna try and do the same after her performance.
Lilith, if I can, will approach. Well, I want to approach Oryn and ask her in Sylvan, is the food and the drink here safe? Because in Ferry, you don't eat or drink from anyone. So before I'm definitely hungry, but I don't just want to eat something and then be a slave here for the next however long. So I'll ask Oryn that in Sylvan, not to offend anyone in the tavern or to draw too much attention to myself, obviously. So asking is the food safe? I will pay my fare, but I just want to know if it's safe.
Before Oryn answers that, did Oryn get food?
Not yet. He's still busy cooking.
Okay,
You'll
just
be getting.
checking.
You'll be getting. He's just still busy cooking it up.
I just wanted to double check if it was there or not, because I was going to offer, but I'll wait for that. Oryn is going to pat the seat next to her for Lilith and just reply also in Sylvan. No need to worry about that here. You are welcome to eat and drink as much as you'd like, and offer her a sip of the wine.
Okay.
If you like it, I will get you your own, unless there's something else that you want. Your first
There you go.
common world drink is on me.
Thank you.
Guys, please remember again, anything you order in that, please remember to remove it and make adjustments to your silver and gold. I'm not going to check that.
Cool.
You see the guy kind of head into the back and come back with two more buckets of boiling water, and he kind of nods. It was Alpha that wants to bath as well. Am I correct?
Yes.
He kind of nods towards you and kind of nods his head up the stairs, and he kind of heads up the stairs. If you go up to bath now, Alpha, you notice as you go up the stairs, you come into a room. There is a wall on one side. On the other side, looks like three awnings. Each of them's got a curtain in front of them. There's a big bath in each of them, and he's busy pouring the boiling water into one of them. There's three buckets of, you assume, cold water in there as well. There's a little table with a towel and a little bar of soap on it, and then there's a little cabinet that you're supposed to put your clothes in. One of the curtains is closed, and you can hear splashing from there, which probably you would assume is probably Gregor. There are three openings, like I said. As you go into the second one, he kind of pours the water into the bath for you. and then kind of steps out and motions for you to go in and to close the curtain, and he heads back downstairs again. You're welcome. Like Gregor took his wine with him. You're welcome to take your mead with you. I'll leave you in there for now. You can choose when you want to go up. The rest of you can kind of just sit around. Sorry, Akari, you want to try?
Also, information gathering. Once the performance is done.
You guys can both please go ahead and roll. It's a die 20. Let me just quickly check with your character sheets. Oh, Gnorbash, did you join the Misfits and Outcasts?
No, I was about to ask, how do I
Okay.
join that? Because I don't
Okay.
see any tabs for
Okay.
the code.
If you go into your character sheet and you click edit,
Yes.
you'll see under your name, I'm just doing mine right now to check as well. I think it's on the left-hand side is an option that says campaign.
Ah, yes, there it is. Okay.
You just
And
put
I
in
can
the
just copy the code in.
copy and put the code in, please. Yes. That's what you need to do. And then when you're done it, you can just click back on sheet, and it'll take you back to your character sheet.
Okay, it does say Misfits and Outcasts, so
Yep.
I think I'm in.
Awesome. What happened to my screen? What happened? Albert just closed. What the hell? Sorry, guys, I'll be back now. Albert just closed on me.
So roll a d20 plus diplomacy.
Thank you. Sorry, guys, I was still trying to check that when my windows just started disappearing off my screen.
For information gathering, correct?
Yeah.
Sorry, where would the stairs be
Uh,
to the
Over
boss?
here.
Good job, Akari.
over here.
Okay, thank you.
Would be the stairs up to the bar. And the stairs up on the other side would be the stairs to the beds. It says beds. I'll remove you for now. Where you go up to bath.
Thank you.
Rest of you are down here. What do you want to gather information? Oh, awesome.
Kari's going to try and gather information on everything she can. She rolled with 30.
Yep. No, I saw that. I'm just kind of asking anything specific you're looking for. Like local legends. What exactly are you kind of
Rumors, legends, whatever. Whatever sounds
Okay.
interesting.
Okay, cool. That's just what I'm gonna kind of get. Open that. There we go. Thank you very much for joining. Basically, kind of just listening to the few. There are a few people from the city also seem to be in here. Listening around, you do kind of hear people talk about how good the harvest is, how everything's going, that they're looking forward to the harvest festival, which is happening the next day. You do hear kind of rumors about. Wonder what happened to that bossy redhead guy that came through here a few weeks ago. He seems to have just disappeared. Seems a bit weird. He just kind of pitched up here and then no one ever swim again. It's a bit weird. People are talking again about the water wolf and how keeping your kids indoors is very important before the water wolf gets them. Just like general gossip as well. This one hates that one. This one's husband sleeping around. Just general gossip like that. Nothing great. Gnorbash, were you looking for something specific?
No, that was good.
Okay, cool. That's kind of the information you got just from listening and hearing the people around you. They start bringing out the food, putting the food in front of you, and actually, it's surprisingly good. Those that got the rabbit stew, it's a big chunk of like a quarter of a loaf of brown bread you've got. Very tasty. It seems to be kind of rye. It's got seed in it. The rabbit's soft and succulent. The vegetables are good. There's carrots. The people that got the pork is succulent. The crackling is ready. You got like 3-piece slices of pork, a piece of crackling, and then a dish up of what looks like a mixture of beetroot. The beetroot's been cut into 4. The potatoes into like 8. like a spicy sauce on that's really good. And surprisingly, the guy was lying. The food in here is surprisingly good for a small tavern like this. Gregor eventually comes downstairs. Gourd kind of, there we go. Coming. Oh, I think I made Gourd a little bit too small there. Gourd kind of coming with him. He gets his platter in front of him. Gnorbash, as you know, he doesn't eat meat. He's got his red wine. He puts down the empty glass. He's got like a platter in front of him with different 2 or 3 breads on it, some cheese, some pickles, a little bit of fruit. And he just kind of starts scoffing into the food. Kind of just looks around and goes, "That feels much better." He looks at kind of Oryn and Lillith and goes, "I can recommend the bath here is better than most places. The soup kind of smells like mint. It is good. For such a small place, this is surprisingly good." And he just kind of carries on scoffing his meal while Gourd just kind of stands around waiting for him. And while he's busy eating, Gourd will kind of walk around him and he'll just kind of eyeball Silas again and just give him a look. And he just lean with his back against the leg of the stool and just kind of stand with his arms crossed in front of him. Anyone else want to do anything?
Well, can Lilith ask the ladies around her what are these strange customs? Because they were in fairy, they actually have magical fountains, so I'm not quite sure what this bath is referring to. And what is the custom? How do you go about this? Because it's usually a communal thing, so I'm a little bit out of my depth here. Not quite understanding that's
Where
like
have you been living?
in fairy where things are done really differently.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Sorry, ladies. You speaking in common?
Yes,
Okay, just so everyone can understand you. Perfect.
yes.
How much was it for the bath again? 3 silver,
3 copper.
copper.
3
For
copper.
a warm bath, 1 for a cold bath.
Oh no, go warm. I'll definitely go with a warm bath. Thank you. Let me just see what do I have in my coin pouch, but I need to understand what the custom is first.
Oryn will again explain to Lilith and
Are you
just
offering to? Hold on. Are you
What?
offering to take a bath with Oryn?
no.
I'm asking about the customs.
I'm just asking.
Oryn needs to stop bathing with or near people, okay? She's already got a reputation.
Gregor feels nothing. In case you're wondering about what happened that episode, Gregor feels nothing. He stripped down and jumped into the bath and had Gore help him bath in front of everyone.
There was a wall. It was not Oryn's fault, okay?
So Evara's gonna walk over and say, depending on what bath you like, there's one where people lick each other. There's a different one where it's like a big pot of water that you climb into and it's really cold. And then there's another one where it's like steamy. And there's another one where it's like funny smelling water. Usually they say it helps with healing and stuff like that.
Okay. That really does not help me a lot, but I don't think I'm into the licking thing. I'm just saying.
He's a barbarian, so he's not the most intelligent coming to that stuff.
Yes, no. Well, Lilith is gonna look rather perplexed and yeah, no, this is you have some really funny customs here. I don't know, cause yeah. Is the bath they offering here? Is it about? Is it some? Oh, do I have to lick myself? Because I don't think that's gonna work for me. Then I'll pass.
Well, they did say you could bath with someone Evara answers, and then she says, but also warm and cold. So that's probably the big bowl of water that's either hot or cold.
Okay. That's sounding a lot more promising than licking yourself.
You've just come in from the rain. I'm just saying.
I know.
Oryn will try and give a little bit of a better explanation of what a bath is. And say to her that there is a round tub which they'll fill with warm water or cold, depending on your preference, where you can wash yourself clean with some soaps and whatever it is you prefer.
Okay. Right.
Evara's gonna nod and then say, see, big bowl water, warm or cold.
Alpha, you're welcome to come down anytime you're done. Your food is on the table.
Alpha hasn't had a warm bath in I don't know how long.
It's been a while. No, I'm just mentioning. Take your time. No rush.
So with Akari information gathering, she's finally probably going to end up at the table with Gnorbash and then look at him and say, so what's your story?
Sorry, just 1 second.
Cool.
Can while Norbash is just thinking there, did Oryn and I now share wine, right?
Yep, she gave her a sip or two of her wine. Yep.
Okay, I'm not so sure if I like this. But thank you very much for sharing. I'm used to things that actually have more of a fruity flavor,
More
and
fruity than wine.
hey,
More fruity than wine.
yes,
Okay. Okay. No questions asked.
The
like
fruit juice before it's fermented.
yeah, just berries and like honey and berries and things. So this has got a very, and it's making my ears feel hot. So yeah, my nose and my ears are twitching. So I'm not sure about this. So
That's
maybe
actually
it's
probably
my
truer
boss.
to form than you would like to admit.
Say again.
It's probably truer to form than you'd like to admit.
Love imitating art.
Evara's going to offer up some of her cold catnip tea.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Evara.
I'm waiting on Gregor and the orange drink.
I shall then go and have a hot bath, if that's okay, and that's going to cost me. And I'd like to book a bed for the night. So what was the? Sorry, I missed
5
the
silver.
5 silver, and then
Wow.
how many coppers for the bath?
3
Okay,
for a
so
warm bath.
I need to take 6 silver and then give myself how many copper thingy keys?
7.
3, 7. Okay. So I need to add copper coins here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just doing that. Copper pennies.
Copper pieces.
Oh, okay, copper pieces. Sorry.
Gold pieces, silver pieces, copper pieces.
Okay.
I know this sounds like a horrible question to ask, but do you think if Silas had like a hot bath, he'd like come out a little bit mushy?
There's only one way to find out.
I was just gonna say,
Oh
it's one way to find out.
Because I
my
feel
God.
like that's the worst. Like, I mean, for Gourd, it's different because he's more like fleshy.
He hasn't really bathed that I've ever seen. He helps Gregor or bath, and he try to help you bath, but he's not actually bathed himself.
Has he not? I thought he was in the bath.
Well,
Around the
oh.
bath.
Okay, I see. My mistake.
I mean, he could have been in it. He was in the water, he'd help Gregor bath, but he didn't bath himself in as many words. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More of
Yeah,
a swim
I
for him
get
than a bath. Do you kind of get what I'm saying?
Do you think it would affect him?
Nah.
Just Silas would be a
you're
little
not
bit
going to
like,
end up having butternut soup there, Oryn. I heard that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I'm like,
Oh, sorry.
Another one of
Damn,
the
you left
best
poor
nice
Gregor
things.
some pickles and bread and stuff, and you could have made him a whole bowl of soup.
Wow.
Don't even that the chef is already eyeing the pumpkin for his next roast.
I didn't say that in as many words.
No, you didn't have to.
Soup isn't food. I'm sorry.
I also want to hear Gnorbash's story.
Everyone kind of, with that, you're saying that everyone's heads kind of turn, and except for the barman, of course, and the barmaids and the guy that's carrying the buckets up and down the stairs, all kind of turn and look at you, Gnorbash.
At that point, sorry, which alpha would be coming down?
Okay, cool. And Alpha kind of heads downstairs. I'll add you back.
Thank you.
There we go. Looking all good and clean and fresh, and smelling faintly floral and minty.
Lillith, stick around for the story as well, obviously.
Okay, so Norvash obviously realizes everybody's staring at him as soon as he's finished his meal. He looks up at, I think it's Akari, the orange
Sorry,
character.
yeah, sorry. I think if you hold your pointer over it, does give you the name, or doesn't it?
No, I
And
don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
nothing
Okay.
pops up.
Okay, sorry. That's only the DM. My bad. Yeah, that is Akari. And then Andariel is behind her.
All right. Well, with that, Norbash realizes everybody's noticing him, but decides to ignore everybody and go upstairs to the bath.
Well played. Well played.
Nice.
Nicely
Right.
done. With that, Gregor's just kind of snort and laugh, and he's gonna go upstairs to the beds. Again, a little bit faster than he probably should. You kind of see also Gourd kind of running up behind him and toddling up the stairs behind him, kind of waves goodnight to everyone as he goes. Gives another last dirty look at Silas, and then heads up the stairs after Gregor.
Oryn would like to wave at Gore as well and blow him a kiss goodnight before he leaves.
That's so sweet. You did see you gave some of your food to Silas, yes?
Yes.
Gonna kind of munch it down, and I kind of lick off his lips and go, there's so many new experiences here. I think I like this place. This wasn't as good as the last stuff you gave me, but it was not bad at all. And you kind of hear some noises from the back, from the kitchen. They're probably doing dishes or something. He hears noise. And the barman kind of walks across and, can I refresh your drinks?
Have my bath water gone upstairs, seeing as Norbash jumped with the
You see the
cute
guys. You can see
carrots?
you can see the guy again. He's just like carrying water up and down the stairs, kind of looking at you guys like, dude, what the hell? I haven't worked this hard in months. Just I'll remove you. Cool.
Okay.
As you
So
go
I'll
upstairs.
also go upstairs for my bath.
Turn into a bath session.
Yep.
The rest of you are still downstairs.
Once Akari's done with the information gathering everything, she's gonna walk back to the bar and then like kind of wait for the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
And then if he gets closer to her, she's gonna say, "So the performance was satisfactory, I believe."
He'll look at you and goes, he'll nod his head and goes, well done, lass. Well done. You have a future.
She's gonna laugh a bit and then say, "Speaking of, my companion here is in need of a bath. How about we make an arrangement for the bath upstairs?"
You kind of raise his eyebrows and like, I told you we charge extra for that.
But it would be a dying shame if we broke the custom of bathing together.
Kind of rub his chin again and goes, Three copper. He kind of nods to the guy and waves, makes a hand gesture again. The guy just kind of sighs, drops his head, and grabs 2 more buckets. How many people are in the bath? There's only 3 baths. There's only 1 person in the bath at the moment, if I'm right.
No, Gnorbash and Lillith.
There's 2 baths taken. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you. 2 baths taken.
Not to be that person, but I might have to ask the little guy to work a little bit harder once everybody else is bathed, because I don't want Oryn to be the only one that's, you know, is walking around smelling like compost, you know?
Evara's not gonna bath. Don't worry about it.
Still.
So you guys are welcome if you want to go upstairs. Three copper. He'll allow 3 copper for the both of you. But you have to share the bath, obviously. There is 1 bath still open.
Is it fine for me to put the copper then lower for me as well, also 3?
Yeah, you
And
guys
then
do it.
once
Yeah, of course.
everybody else is done.
Okay. Does anyone want to do anything for the rest of tonight? Are we gonna have like just a general bathing and then sleeping session? Or is anything else anyone wants to do tonight?
No, bath and sleep.
Can Oryn cast detect magic before she goes up to bed?
Yeah. You cast detect magic. It was a die 20 plus 6, if I remember correctly.
No, detect magic, you don't have to roll.
You don't roll. Okay, cool. Perfect. You cast out detect magic and you suddenly feel, and all of you, except for Gnorbash, all of you and Andariel and Gourd, feel like a strange vibration. And Oryn, you feel magic emanating from around everyone, including Gregor, who's not here at the moment, and Lillith, who's not here at the moment, from around their necks. And suddenly you feel a vibration and you actually feel like a weight around your neck.
Would I know if it's a good or a bad? Like,
It feels elemental.
oh, okay. That doesn't seem good.
Are you going to try? You reach your hand up, and if you guys want to check the chat, should be there. Did it post? Or not yet? There we go. Sorry, mine's a little bit slow. Sorry, guys. Around each of your necks, everyone that was in what? Okay, so yours did the same. Just go back in again. Yours did the same. All of you find you have a prism around your neck of like multicolored gems or multicolored crystals, seem to be kind of held together with moss and plant matter. You do notice that the gems seem to change and shift color, like reds and greens and purples and yellows. They seem to kind of move through them. You feel a strong elemental magic emanating from it. All the people that were in the fairy realm seem to have this suddenly around their necks. It looks kind of like that. Each one's looks slightly different, but all have that same kind of idea to them. It looks like a seed pod, the outside, and then in the middle is the crystals, the crystal prisms, and the moss and the plant matter to hold it all together. Is there? Do you want to kind of do more investigation?
If I could, I would like to. I don't know if there's maybe a skill roll I could do to identify, or
it would be. I don't know if identify magic has been removed as far as I know. So I would
It'll
make
probably be a Arcana check.
On Arcana check, that's what I was going to recommend.
What the magic is, so it might be Arcana
Arcana. That would be
or nature. Or
I'd go for
elemental.
Arcana. I'd go for Arcana. Please make me an Arcana roll.
All of us.
Cool.
Oh,
No. Just Oryn.
So
Just
nature
me.
includes everything from the first world, the material plane, and the elemental plane. If you click on the nature thing.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No. You kind of feel it. All of you can feel it. You can all add to your character sheets, or I'll add it for you later. Don't worry. Rainbow Shard.
woohoo!
For Pete's sake, of course my page is now hung. What the Rainbow Shard does, it's a magical amulet. It grants you, I think it's permanent. Here we go. Yeah, permanent. -2 damage from
Oh.
cold, fire, electricity, and poison. You don't need to put this down. I'll add it to your guys' sheets. When you've added in Rainbow Shard, I'll edit it and add in the details for you. You also, once per day, you can add 1d4 acid, cold, fire, or sonic damage to your attack, or use one of these abilities. Featherfall, resist fire, water breathing, or pass without trace. These trigger automatically, but you can only use one per day. So it'll be 1 power or once add 1d4 damage to your attack roll. It can be with a weapon or with your hands. It can't be added to a spell though. And like I said, the other one's the Featherfall, and it will trigger automatically. Featherfall means you fall slower like a feather falling, so you can avoid falling damage. Resist fire means you don't take damage from fire for a time limit. Water breathing means you can breathe water, you can breathe underwater. And pass without trace means you can move through terrain that is rocky or marshy. You can move at your full pace instead of your hindered pace, and you don't leave any footprints or any marks behind you when you go. And the -2 damage is pretty obvious. If you take cold, fire, electricity, or poison damage, you do take -2 whatever was rolled with a minimum of, there we go. So that's that. Any
Very
questions?
cool. Very, very nice.
So what you do realize now is that the first world, the Fae weren't as nasty to you as you would think. They did give you a thank you gift for saving the Tree of Life. Someone's measuring. Why?
Just curious, sorry.
Okay.
So what are the spells? Featherfall, resist fire?
I'll add it to your, just put in pass without trace and water breathing. If you just add Rainbow Shard to your character sheet, I will add the description for you.
Where do you add that on your character sheet? Pardon my stupidity.
You add new item, I think it is, and then it'll bring up new item in your inventory, and you just type there Rainbow Shard, and I'll put in the details for you later. You don't need to bother putting in the details.
Okay,
Did that work for everyone?
I'm trying.
I'm also struggling on my side.
Dankie, Christopher.
If you go to add items, create item, it should pop up with Rainbow Shard on your character sheet. Or should have new item, sorry. And you just change new item, you edit new item to say Rainbow Shard.
Oops, hey daisy.
And then I'll add all the details for you. I'm able to customize your stuff. I'll add it for you. I didn't get a chance to add it to all of your stuff, and I didn't do that because it was supposed to be a surprise. And if you see something new in your inventory, you're obviously going to realize what's going on. Gnorbash, you're still in the bath.
I am, but Gnorbash has finished taking his bath and he's coming down the stairs now.
Okay, cool. There we go. I'm adding you back. Lillith.
Yeah, let me join. Are we? I thought we were all going to go and retire.
Well,
For
I'm
the-
going to ask you again, and then I'm going to remove them. There we go, Oryn, and I'm assuming you're taking Silas with you. Silas going to take your bar. Gnorbash, anyone else? Does anyone else want to do anything tonight?
Not really, to be honest.
Okay, so I'm going to remove everyone for now. The barman kind of says to you, enjoy your rest. There we go. He does mention that through this door takes you outside to the outhouse.
Mhm.
Please use it during the night should you need it. There we go. And when you
Did
guys
everyone see how to add?
Yes.
added, yeah.
So this would not be for Gnorbash, correct?
No, not for Gnorbash.
I shall remove the item.
The rainbow shard would only be for the people, apologies, but only for people that were in the first world. But again, also one of the reasons I did tell you to add another thing. So rainbow shard, I'm seeing rainbow shard in, I have to just refresh all of your,
Would Silas have one as well?
no,
No.
just
Okay,
you.
cool.
I can't add one for Evara, hey?
I'll do it. I'll do it. Sorry, I didn't even think about that. I'll add that. Don't worry. I will add that. I'll do it now. I'm not going to do it. I'll do it after we finish. I'm not going to do it right now. You kind of all head upstairs. There's a big open room. There's a wall against one side with 3 doors through it, which lead to the 3 baths. There's 4 rows of 3 beds along the middle of the floor. Each bed, there's like 12 beds. Each bed has a chest at the bottom. And then along each wall, on the left and the right-hand side, there's 5 little cubicles with a curtain in front of them. There's a little shelf, and then there's a little table there, a little chair, and a little table. The table's got like a bowl full of water and a towel and a small mirror. It's probably to shave and to get changed before you go to bed or whatever you want to do. You can close the curtain as well if you want to. You'll kind of perform whatever you need to do. You notice that Gregor is furiously busy doing something. You're not quite sure what. He's got the skin in front of him. Gour's trying to help him as well. He's busy cutting and sewing, and there's leaves all around him and moss that they picked up in sticks. And you also notice there's the bottle that had the spider's eyes and the spider's poisons. Those bottles are lying there as well. And he's like feverishly just like doing 60,000 things at once, also trying to hide what he's doing from you guys, like kind of put his body between what he's doing and what you can see, but furiously working there on something or other. You can go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Please, if you want to tell me whatever you want to do, you can go ahead. You don't need to bother. If you want to, you're welcome to, but you don't. I suppose you don't need to bother setting a watch for the night. Each bed has like a creamy colored pillow and a creamy colored sheet and a brown blanket that's rolled up at the bottom. Otherwise, they all look pretty much identical.
So I take it when Akari and Andariel go to the bath, Akari's going to notice that Andariel has a pouch with her.
Yeah.
She's going to examine what's in the pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Andariel didn't have one before.
Yep. Oh, you mean inside the pouch?
Yes.
You want to know
What
what's
is
inside?
inside the pouch? That's
Oh, okay.
Andariel.
Okay. No, sorry. Okay. I didn't know. I thought you were still busy. Sorry, I apologize. Inside the pouch, you'll just notice there's stones and some wood, tinder, some like a piece of material that you could probably use to put over something as a tent, a little bit of food, just some basic stuff that you would need for kind of day-to-day survival. Nothing magical, nothing weird, just kind of basic stuff you would need for survival kind of day to day. And that's about all that's in there. There's nothing fancy, just basic survival stuff. And you'll kind of notice Andariel just kind of looking at you and kind of nodding like, yep, that's what I had to go through. Specifically for Oryn, you notice kind of when you get out of the bath, because you can actually exit through the bolted door back directly into the bedrooms. You don't have to go downstairs. When you go through there, you notice what everyone else noticed. And you'll notice that Silas is kind of sweating, kind of oozing clear liquid. And he'll kind of walk to one of the beds and kind of look onto it and kind of look at you. And then just his whole body looks like it crumbles into one. His whole like body falls down, forming this like almost like a nest of leaves and vines, and that's his body. And his head kind of falls on top of it, and his eyes close, and he starts emitting like a faint humming noise as he kind of passes out and goes to sleep.
Aww.
And the rest of you, does anyone want to do anything? Again, sorry, yeah, Akari, you've told me what you did. He didn't charge you, so you and Andariel can each take a bed. You don't need to use the same bed. He didn't charge you, but again, you can store your stuff in the chests. You can go into the change rooms, change, wash your face, wash your hands. Well, most of your bath, I don't think it's really necessary. Shave if you need to. I would notice that and Alpha has noticed you've got like a 2-day stubble. You can go and do any of that before you go to bed. But during the kind of nighttime before everyone falls asleep, would anyone like to do anything? Again, you notice throughout the night, Gregor and Gourd just furiously working whatever they're doing and trying to hide what they're doing from everyone else.
Would Oryn? I don't want to be like.
You don't want to be that person, but
I don't want to be that person, but Oryn kind of wants to see if she can catch a glimpse of what they're doing. Not like go right up there and invade their personal space, but be a little bit nosy from a distance.
A perception check for me, please.
Cool. Okay. 15.
Okay, 15. Let me get my dice. Make an opposing roll. Let's check how these dice work. What is my deception? Ooh. You rolled?
15. So close.
Gregor kind of looks up and notices you and kind of moves his. You can see what you can kind of notice. Like I said, he's busy with. Remember the last time you guys here, you noticed him and Gourd picking up moss and twigs and leaves and stuff. He's busy with that, and you see he seems to be busy with the skin that he cured, the skin of the kobold, goblinoid creature, whatever it was. You see he's busy with that as well. And you also see at this every now and again he's taking different bottles and he's taking the spider's eyes and he seems to be working with that as well. He seems to be kind of working at multiple things at the same time, but you can't really figure out what exactly he's doing. Just that he seems to be busy with a bunch of stuff at the same time.
Okay. Well, with that, Oryn is just going to climb in next to Silas and also go to sleep.
Well, Silas is sleeping on the floor. He didn't
On
get
the
into
floor?
He didn't get into the bed. He kind of just collapsed on the floor.
Okay, Oryn would like to pick him up and put him on the bed.
Okay, you're kind of as you pick him up, he kind of like one eye opens and he's kind of humming noise. He's making kind of stops, and he just looks at you with one eye. And when you put him down, he kind of smiles a little bit of drool dribbles out the side of his mouth, also like a pale yellow, and just closes his eyes and starts this like faint humming noise again.
Wow, he really is just like his mother.
You have yellow spit?
DM,
Yes.
I sent you a message. You can just reply yes or no.
Okay, sorry, I'll check that now. I apologize. I'll check that right now. Sorry. I was a little bit busy. Give me 2 seconds. I hope you guys notice this. I think this is so cool. Okay, let's try a different one. Give me a second. My system is everyone, is it just me? Is everyone having trouble today?
My things seem fine.
Okay, cool.
It's just you.
It's just me. Okay. That's
Yeah,
cool.
you and technology.
Yeah.
Why,
some of
if
them.
there's ever a Terminator apocalypse, I'm definitely gonna keep you close.
Yeah, true story. True story.
Feel the
Just
love. Just feel the
consider
love.
that I'm dead. Never to work again.
Feel the love. So I'm checking the chat now. You sent one to me personally.
Correct.
Guys, check your pockets.
She's not a pickpocket. That's
It's up to
Oryn's
you.
thing, right?
It's entirely up to you.
Sorry, isn't she just like a straight up thief?
Who, Akari?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
Who? You tried to steal something from someone early on, or you pretended to. I remember that vaguely. Because Alpha had like a mild panic attack about it.
No, that was
I
a whole.
promise I did not steal
You
anything.
didn't really. That was a whole conspiracy. You missed that. It was a whole conspiracy theory thing. Christopher
Oh,
noticed.
with his holy whatever.
Christopher
Yeah.
noticed that Alpha had forgotten to put a religious symbol or a holy symbol, which he needs for his character, onto his character sheet. And he was
Okay.
poking fun at that, and it turned into a whole conspiracy theory thing. It was actually just a joke. And I
Oh,
got way out of hand.
I missed the joke part of that. I genuinely thought she stole it.
No, it was genuinely uh, just a purely thing that just got completely out of hand. Really, like check your character sheet, dude. That got completely blown out of hand.
That's rough.
Uh,
I still
so-
remember. Yeah,
To
sorry.
answer your, it's up to me. I'm gonna say yes, it does, and it is going to try and see what Gregor was doing.
It is.
It is.
Fog.
OMG.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 second. I'll be back now. You guys can carry on so long.
I was going to quickly add the fog. Oh damn! Now, why doesn't the fog want to add now?
Everyone roll for initiative.
Yeah. It was kind of starting to feel that way.
What's going on now? Why won't you let me remove it now?
Well, we're obviously sleeping now because there's nothing on the screen.
Okay, let's try again. No. I'm trying to fill the fog of war stuff. While you guys are all sleeping. Sorry, go ahead and roll. Christopher, you're saying you wanted to.
Or stealth, correct?
Stealth and perception, one to get near and one to see what it's doing. That's stealth, okay. I'm not even going to bother rolling. I think that's pretty much that would have succeeded. Because he is distracted. Okay. I believe it was. I'm just going to double check my stats here. Yeah, that's correct. And you don't manage to see anything. You kind of also see the same thing that Oryn did. You kind of see he's busy fussing around there with stuff, but you can't really see what he's doing. Why doesn't my fog of war want to work? How do I remove disable fog cutting? Here we go. Ah, there we go. It's working now, I think.
You need to enable fog cutting if you want to clear up some fog.
Okay.
Mm.
For Pete's sake. It is enabled. Okay. Full fog. Okay. Enable fog cutting. Try again. I did this earlier. Now it doesn't want to work this time. It's still not picking it up. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Also, just make sure you have like a square selected or whatever, not just a pen.
No, I've got the square selected. Come on, you worked earlier. Why not working now?
Blame it on the weather.
There we go. It works this time, I think. Looks like it's working this time.
Yes, it worked.
Okay. I'm not going to go more in depth than that. That's good enough. And this is the next morning, in case you guys are wondering. Anyone else wanted to do anything during the night?
I'm good.
Yes.
Me too.
I just want to confirm, is Gnorbash also in bed at this current stage?
If you want to be, it's up to you. You can tell me.
Where am I currently, though? Oh, there I am.
Yeah, no, this is downstairs. I didn't put you guys when you were in bed. I didn't. What is going on now? I didn't give you guys the
The upstairs bedrooms.
upstairs bedroom thing. I just gave you a description. But that's what would have been when you guys were upstairs. I didn't give you any descriptions or anything. I just described what the rooms looked like in that. So just while you were sleeping, again, if you want to do anything, please go ahead and let me know. I don't mind. Whoops. That's only 2 gores there.
Can Gnorbash just walk around and explore the tavern and everything? All the rooms?
Well, it's just one room. It's one big common room. Upstairs. That's where you all were. There's the 3 bars, which you can only, the doors only open outwards. They're locked otherwise. There's the cubicles on the side. This is what it looks like downstairs. This would lead through to the kitchen, you would assume. That leads to the outhouse. These 2 are the stairs. And there we go. And this door over here just leads to like a storeroom. With just junk in it, like a broom closet. There's like mops and stuff in there that they would use to clean in that.
Okay, so currently who's in bed out of everybody then?
Everyone's in bed. This is the next
Okay,
morning.
so we're all sleeping then.
Well, you can decide. That's what you're doing. You can tell me what you're doing while, well, pretty much everyone's sleeping. Gourd and Gregor are busy fiddling with stuff, fiddling with their bed. You probably wouldn't have seen it, but Akari just sent something. Oh, I did do that correctly. To try and spy on Gregor, but also didn't. Wasn't successful, but you wouldn't have seen it because the stealth was pretty high. Okay, let's go through the thing. Okay, Alpha, anything you wanted to do?
Nope.
Okay, Alpha's good. Alpha's gone to bed. Evara,
She's probably just gonna mellow out with the catnip tea she drank because she had a bit of a headache and a lot of stuff on her mind,
okay, cool,
and
cool.
pass out.
Okay, so that was Oryn. You were kind of getting into bed with and putting Silas onto the bed at your feet, I would assume. He's kind of his whole body like forms like a nest, like I said, with his head on top, kind of making a slight humming noise, not unpleasant at all, actually quite pleasant. Anything more you wanted to do? And of course, you guys could have gone into the change rooms and changed into night clothes, or whatever. I'm not going to have you guys give me a full description of all of that. Really not.
No, I'm 100%. I'm happy.
Lillith?
I also just went to sleep in whichever bed,
Well,
probably.
there's like 12 beds. You can go ahead and choose any one you want.
No,
Andariel and Akari.
Probably after the stuff she sent would come back to her, then they'd
Yeah.
also go to sleep.
Cool, cool. So Gnorbash, everyone is sleeping except for Gourd and Gregor, but they're way too busy to notice anything. They're furiously busy with something there around them. Busy with multiple things around them. They're probably too busy to notice. Should you wish to do anything?
Norbash is vigilant of everybody, but he's not going to meddle at this current stage. So I think I'll also go to bed for now.
Okay, cool. The next morning, you guys all come downstairs. Did you notice that the inn has changed from light and that to bright?
I did think that something was different, but I thought that I'm seeing things.
No, I actually literally have a light and a dark. I'm just moving you guys. You can move to wherever you want. I'm just kind of putting you in random positions. If you want to sit somewhere else, you're more than welcome.
100%, 100%.
Okay, you come downstairs. Oh, the bar. I forgot the, whoops.
Barkeep.
The barkeep. Where'd the barkeep go to? Okay, the barkeep's back. He kind of welcomes you all downstairs. You all get downstairs. You can smell again. Aroma is coming from the kitchen. It smells like meat and eggs and bread and jam, and it just smells really good. And kind of when you'll come downstairs, he kind of welcomes you. Looks a bit groggy himself. Looks a bit tired himself. He kind of welcomes you all downstairs. Says to you, welcome. It's do you all sleep well? We know we sleep very well here. Breakfast busy being made. That is included with your night's sleep. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oryn would just like to thank him for his hospitality.
He'll kind of nod his head and just say, "Well, thank you. It's what you paid for." This Gregor is going to kind of get up and say, "It has been a very long time that I've been gone. I need to head back to my barony in Ustalav. I have to see if everything's okay. I have been arranging for me to get transport to there. I will be leaving very shortly. But before I go, he's himself. He's going to turn to Alpha and kind of hand him a bottle. It's full of this like dark, almost black grayish liquid. And he's going to say to him, "This is for you. The next time you face your fear, you merely put it under your eye. Alpha, you can add arachnophobia potion.
Hey.
It has 3 uses. All it does is give you a +3 roll resistance when you see spiders. It actually
Gosh.
affects your eyesight so that you don't necessarily see spiders as themselves. But it'll kind of help you with should you run into spiders again. I'm not saying you're going to, I'm just saying should you.
Foreshadowing.
Mhm.
Maybe, maybe not. Then he's going to head across to Oryn with Gregor behind him, and Gourd looks very excited. He's kind of almost jumping up and down. And he's going to say to you, this is something I think you would like. It used to remind you of us. And he hands you over, which he was spending the night making, pretty much a blue-skinned, orange-eyed, plushy version of Gourd,
Oh,
which is made from the skin of the creature he killed, which he cured and shrunk and that. But pretty much it is a very, almost life-size, just smaller than life-size, still pretty big, replica of Gourd. Whereas Blaw's got a reddish-brown skin and blue eyes. This has got a blue skin and these like orangey eyes. 2 gems like orangey eyes. It's probably not worth anything. It's not, I'm saying gems, probably more like colored stones for the eyes, and kind of hands it to you and just kind of walks away. He goes to Alpha and Andariel and Akari and says, "I have nothing that could repay you for what you have given me, but I will when I have a chance." And then he kind of looks across at Evara and says, "For you, I don't think I know you well enough to give you anything. And he turns to Lillith and he goes, although we've spent time in each other's head, I don't think I know you well enough either. But I must be going. I wish you all the best of luck, and I will hope you will come to visit me in Ustalav when you are done, when we have more time to sit together and maybe catch up on old times. And that he kind of goes out the door, taking Gourd with him, leaving like a silence in the room. The barman kind of reaches out behind. You haven't had your break. Never mind. What would the rest of you like to do?
Oryn is going to tear up a little bit and look at the plushie. And I think she's going to take that moment to teach Silas the word goodbye.
Okay.
In common.
Okay. And he's going to kind of get a very contented look on his face and kind of wave, as which was I assume the way you teach him, kind of wave and say goodbye. He's going to kind of turn to Alpha and go goodbye, and turn to Akari and go goodbye.
Akari's going to point at herself and say, "Lady, thank you."
He's going to turn to you and go, ready, thank you.
She's going to give him a thumbs up.
Going to kind of smile and give a thumbs up back and look at Oryn and go, ready, thank you. And smile and like expectantly look up at you.
Oryn's going to just laugh and say, yes, lady, thank you.
And kind of just nod and look all very impressed with himself and kind of cross his arms in front of his chest and puff himself up. What did the rest of you like to do?
For any of you guys looking at Akari, she's kind of been scratching at her shoulder most of the morning.
Left or right?
But right.
Okay. Not that it really makes a difference, just putting it out there. Okay. Alpha.
Before Gregor completely disappears.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Alpha is gonna look at the bottle. His hand is gonna tremble slightly as he takes it. His usual confidence giving way to a very rare vulnerability. And he'll say, this, I see. A gift to ease my burden then, you know. He's going to glance at the potion and then back at Gregor. And he's going to say, while I may not fully trust the workings of such a brew, I will accept it. May it serve its purpose as I seek to face my fears and walk in the light unshackled by them.
Gregor's gonna kind of look at you and go, it was my pleasure. I just hope it will help you to see that you are able to overcome whatever you want to. Sorry, anyone else before I kind of take Gregor? Sorry, I took him a bit too quick. Before I kind of take Gregor out again.
Oryn also just wanted to say like goodbye and safe travels and, just the usual
Stuff. Okay.
parting, yeah.
And again, he'll just kind of say, I truly hope we will see each other again. We came together. We were thrown together by fate. But I believe we have formed bonds almost like family. And I really wish to explore these more. But I must go. And he's also going to kind of just, again, leave again. Okay, would Evara want to do or say anything? She's kind of again, just kind of very keeping to herself, kind of concentrating, trying to figure out what's going on, how to get this done.
Yeah, she'll just like wave at Gregor and say, "Hopefully, I won't have to knock you out again."
Yeah. But again, she seems to be very preoccupied. I mean, like I said, her memory seems to be bugging her right now. Oh, Lilith?
No, hey. Happy trails, dude. You're out of my head. That's all good.
Gnorbash?
So Gnorbash will be going to the bar and speak to the barkeep,
Mhm.
asking for any information on a Kyle.
It's going to kind of look at you a little bit confused and go, "You mean that redhead oaf that was here a few days ago?" Wrong accent, sorry.
Oh,
You mean
yeah.
that? You mean that red-headed oaf that was here a few days ago?
Exactly that one. If you could point me in the direction, I would highly appreciate it.
I'm gonna kind of look at you a bit confused and say, kind of, I truly wish I could, but there's not much to tell. You arrived here, had a meal, went and spoke to some people, and him and the mayor were the last together here when I saw them. He probably left the next morning.
Thank you for the information. Gnorbash suddenly grips his fist, whitening his knuckles, and starts heading towards the table again after ordering an ale.
Cool, cool. Um, Anyone else want to do anything?
What's for breakfast?
Ah,
Seeing as it's smelling so good and the
kind
part
of,
some of the people left before they even had their breakfast.
it is. He'll kind of look at you and kind of look confused again at Norbash, and then look back at you like, kind of, huh? What? Then he'll say, yeah, we have some fried meats, some pastries, and some scrambled eggs, duck's eggs. I'll have you add. Uh, and it will be put on a platter on the big table. You are more than welcome to help yourselves. The plates are there as well. You can see already the cutlery, and there's a jug there as well with some fresh juice in it too.
Cool.
Please help yourselves.
Is it the table to the which table? The one in the middle at the top or the one to the left of us?
Let's go to the one to the left of you.
Okay, I'll go and have some juice so long. That's more up my alley.
Yep. It kind of tastes like orange juice. It does taste a little bit as if they've tried to kind of add extra stuff to it to make it taste a little bit better.
Better
Not quite.
than orange juice?
Hmm?
Better than orange juice? What's wrong with orange juice?
I think it seems to be like mildly spiced. It's not, doesn't really make it taste any better, but doesn't make it taste any worse either. But it does
Okay.
bring out the more of the citrus flavor. Anyone else?
I'm quickly gonna roll a percentage dice
Okay.
for the trying to keep it at bay.
Yep. Go ahead. 26. I
Oh wow.
take it that's depending, trying to roll high or trying to roll low.
High would have probably been better. So
Okay.
for anybody that is like close to Akari or looking at her direction,
Suppose it would
the
probably be Vara and Alpha.
the clothing on her right shoulder seems to like move a bit, and then she like puts her hand on it and then says something. She's gonna speak abyssal, so no one else understands, but there's something strange.
In the neighborhood.
And you did all hear that a very specific question was asked by Gnorbash.
Kyle, yeah.
Oryn would actually, after getting some juice and things from that table, she would like to go and sit at the table next to Gnorbash and ask him, about this person that he's looking for.
You are completely, it's up to you what you would like to reveal, Gnorbash, unless they want to roll deception, intimidation, diplomacy, one of those kind of tests, in which case you would need to roll against it. If you don't want to tell them something. If you want to tell them, you go ahead and you're welcome to tell them.
So if I don't want to tell them, what would I have to
Well,
roll
if
then?
they'd have to ask first. If they ask, you would need to roll the same or higher than them. You would need to roll deception. So it's 1 die 20 plus whatever your deception is.
1 by 20. Okay.
That's the second last one. If you click on the top on the dice button, and you click on the 1 die 20, it'll go there. And if you click on the plus minus, it'll bring up a thing, and you can just add whatever your deception is there. Sorry, I completely forgot that you're new to the dice.
Okay. So I just make
Well,
that
if you
number
want to let them
whatever.
first, if she decides to try and use something against you, yes, of course.
Oh, okay. So she hasn't really asked anything yet.
Yeah, correct. Sorry, Oryn, please go ahead.
I'll ask first, just outright, try and make small talk. And if, depending on what the reaction is, if I get ignored, then I'll roll maybe for diplomacy if I can do that.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I'll ask outright first if you don't want, see if I get anything back.
So just ask straight up.
Yeah,
who
like
is
who is it you're looking for?
So
You don't have to roll anything
Gnorbash,
yet. You can just give your answer unless she wants to try intimidation or something.
I see. So I only have to roll things if I want to hide or improve or
Yes.
intimidate or something like that.
Yeah. For a straight up conversation like this, I'm not going to ask you guys to roll. It's not necessary. But should she wish to try and get information out of you against your will, then you would roll against each other. But if you're willing to give the information, we won't be doing the rolls.
Ah, I see. Okay. So Gnorbash looks at Oryn and he tells her that he's on a mission looking for someone close to a very well-known acquaintance of him by the name of Kyle. It's a short guy, red hair, blunt, a little bit ugly features, and he's got a patchy facial scruff.
Okay.
Oryn is going to ask him if he, kind of just ask more about it. I'm trying to think of the best way to word this, what I'm trying to ask. But like ask more about the situation, I guess, or if he needs any help with anything, or, why it is in particular he's looking for this guy.
So Gnorbash replies by saying it's a secret he has to keep for himself, but he retaliates by asking what their plans are, if they are going on any quests or need any assistance.
With you hearing this saying that, the barman kind of says, "Oh, almost forgot. You'll all be joining us this afternoon for the feast, won't you? For the festivity? You've got a festival going on today. You will be joining us, I'm assuming. That's why you're here, isn't it?"
Of course, yes. Gnorbash loves
Yeah.
festivals.
Yes.
Uh-huh,
Always
totally.
party.
Just kind of nods his head like, "That's what I thought."
Mhm.
Can
So I was playing the instrument yesterday. Duh.
We're the entertainment.
And he'll kind of look up with you saying that. Excuse me. And kind of with a really surprised look on his face, he'll look across at Evara and kind of say, "You really are here for? You're going to be playing at the Founders Feast? Really?"
He's asking Evara.
I'm not Evara. Sorry, Akari. I apologize.
Yeah.
Sorry, Akari.
Totally. Yeah, of course, man.
I'm gonna kind of look a bit suspicious, but going to the back and him and the big burly guy who carried up the water is gonna guys who carried the water kind of nod at each of you. They come with these trays, start putting the trays on the table with the different like breads and danishes and little cupcakes and eggs and looks like a bunch of it. It's like bacon and salami and just all leftover meats just fried up together with like a tomato and onion sauce on it, and just puts them on the tables for you guys to go ahead and help yourselves. And then kind of heads back behind the bar and just kind of leans against the bar, probably sitting on this side, kind of leans against the bar, just watching. Doesn't take anything for himself. Sorry, please go ahead.
Oryn would also like to just continue small talk with Gnorbash and introduce Silas and ask where he's from. You know, is he from around here? I think also she would want to teach Silas in this moment, maybe like hello or like get Silas to wave or something.
Okay, and Silas is going to kind of stand up and kind of wave to the whole room and go, "Hello, hello." Yes, for those who are wondering, he speaks common with a speech impediment. The sounds in Sylvan and the sounds in common aren't quite the same.
I love
Yes, I'm
it.
making my life very difficult.
I'm sorry it makes your life difficult, but it makes my life so much better. It is so cute.
Because I have to remember what he's speaking to try and remember how I'm supposed to say it. I mean, I couldn't keep my accent right today. I have the Barky speaking in a Gregor accent.
It's identity crisis.
Anyway, anyone? Sorry, Norbash, do you want to answer that?
Norbash notices Silas and gently reaches out his fist as a gesture for a fist bump for Silas to fist bump back. And while doing that, he looks towards Oryn and in Orcish says, "Again, it's a secret I'll have to keep for now. I don't know you as of yet." And then he just waits for Silas's reply.
Okay. Does anyone here speak Orcish, first of all? And
Hold
second of
on.
all, Silas just kind of looks at your hand and then looks at Oryn and then looks at your hand again. Looks back at Oryn with like a confused face.
I don't speak Orcish.
Okay. Good enough.
So, Norbash, you might have to relay that in common for me. And Oryn is going to use her two fists to mimic like what a fist bump is to Silas so that he can see what it is.
And he's gonna kind of take his two hands and then like kind of punch them together like you did. And kind of look at you with a smile on his face.
She's going to take one of his hands, one of his leafy hands, still in a fist, and gently guide it towards Norbash's fist.
You're gonna
And
see
just
kind
say to Norbash, he's trying his best.
of he's really trying, yes. He's Silas is gonna kind of look at you like get a look of like recognition on his face. His eyes will like brighten up for a little while. And he's gonna take his arm back and like punch with all his might, punch into, obviously not going to do much damage to Gnorbash's fist, and kind of look at you with a big grin on his face. And then kind of pull his fist back again and look at Gnorbash and just kind of nod his head. Does anyone-
Norbash does. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, sorry.
So Norbash reveals a small smile and nods as well, and repeats in common that he can't reveal any details as of yet, as he doesn't trust her.
Cool, cool.
Understandable. Understandable.
You don't look
Uh,
trustworthy.
Akari
go
is
ahead.
gonna sit down at the table and then lean over and then say, "Seeker of Kyle, why don't you get something to eat?"
Sorry, was that towards Norbash now?
Yeah. Yeah, because you said you're looking for Kyle, so seeker of Kyle.
Oh, I see. In terms of food, are there food on the table where me and Oryn are
Yep, the food's all on the
seated
table
at?
where Akari and Lillith are sitting now. But it's platters put out. You guys can go ahead and help yourselves. There's juice. Like I said, there's juice and pastries. Fried up meats, just like general meats, the tomato and onion sauce, and then scrambled eggs,
Okay,
duck eggs,
I
and orange
see.
juice.
Of course. With that, Norbash excuses himself and goes to the table, and
Very polite for an orc.
It'll make sense after a while.
Cool,
But
cool.
he takes basically all of the eggs and goes back to the table to sit down and eat.
I love your style.
Wait, I have a thing. Let me see if I can find it in a GIF. Hang on.
Let me find my. While we're waiting for it, see, I'm missing the whole Kyle thing again. All right, Lilith.
Alrighty, well, I've had some orange juice. I'm listening to the conversation and just observing the people around me.
Okay.
Gosh, okay.
Evara.
I'll have some bread and whatever has been from the other food that was not taken off the platter. I'll have some of that.
Ivara's just gonna probably eat some of that assorted meats and whatever. Not really too focused right now.
Cool, cool. Alpha.
Alpha will go to the table where the food is. And whatever is left, put a decent amount on a plate. And then, are there still pastries?
Yes, yes. I don't think anyone's taken a pastry yet.
Okay, Alpha's gonna take.
Danishes, cupcakes, breads.
Alpha will take a few pastries and kind of, as he takes them, a little smile will be on his face, and he'll kind of murmur to himself and say, "This reminds me of simpler times," and then go back to his seat.
Cool, cool.
So before Alpha leaves, Akari is gonna ask if she can have a pastry.
There's pastries on the table.
Just play along.
Okay, Alpha, go ahead. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna say anything. She's gonna ask Alpha, can she have a pastry?
Alpha will smile and offer a pastry
From his pastry or from the table?
from his plate.
Okay. This is getting interesting.
So Akari reaches out with her right arm to take a pastry, and as she does that, like Alpha would see a spider run on her arm and then like drift off of her arm and just float above the table.
How big?
Like it's not very big.
Okay.
It's less than a foot.
Tarantula size? No,
Oh,
we're talking tarantula, we're talking daddy long legs.
Yeah, probably tarantula size.
Okay.
well,
I believe you have a picture. I
Not
say
that
as if
big. It's not that big.
No. A picture of of your spider. Do you want me to add it? I say as if I don't know. I'll add it quickly.
Already on
Okay.
in the middle of the table.
What?
Just floating above the table.
Oh, it's there. Oh my
Mm.
greatness! It is actually there. I'm too far zoomed out. I couldn't even see it. Yeah,
Oh,
it says me as if I don't know what it is.
Very small.
It's really small.
Okay, as that happens, as Alpha offers the food and sees this, his eyes are going to catch the sight of the spider. He's going to freeze for a moment, his hands trembling slightly. A look of unease crosses his face as he instinctively takes a step back. His gaze fixed on the spider. He'll say, I see it, he mutters, trying to steady his own breath. And then also say, the light, forsake this abomination. And then he's gonna clench his hands and instinctively reach for his sword.
You got to your hand because you got to train your other hand, play the food in the other hand.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Lilith will most definitely not stay seated. She will also retreat a good couple of.
Wow!
Yeah,
They almost look like a Jacques when I gave him a fright with Doom.
yeah.
The
I
vertical
will,
take off over the back of the chair.
yes, I will not stick around to wait for that spider, that unclean thing, to run over my plate. I
It is
shall.
floating, just so you know. It's not walking.
All right. Well, still, I'm just under 5 feet tall, so the tallies, you're in trouble. I'll make sure to keep an eye on it and dodge as I need to. I may or may not also draw my what is it called? My
Rapier.
rapier, and just hold it in front of my face in case it hits my way. Oh my good heavens. Oh no. Okay, I'm out of the talk chat thing. Ah, woo!
Yes, she is actually arachnophobe.
Hey, fellow arachnophobe.
Yay, I don't do eight-legged freaks. I definitely do not.
Okay.
Akari is going to lean closer to the spider and then say, sorry, I'm still learning how this works. And as she puts her hand underneath the spider, it seems like it forms around her arm and looks like it becomes a tattoo, just leaving the stone behind in her hand.
So the leg parts kind of form a tattoo. The little body part, the back of the body part sticking out as well. I would understand it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger so you guys can just see what the stone is.
Add it to the. I'm looking for it now if I can find it. Just add it into the chat maybe.
Okay.
Into the.
Ugh, that is not pretty. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
There we go.
Just the stone.
There you
Yeah,
go.
well,
There you go.
I feel like I need to go and have a shower right now.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Why won't it post? There we go. That's what you're seeing. That's what the tattoo would look like.
I like Gnorbash's better.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. Please have
She's like already.
a great day further. I enjoy your Friday tomorrow. My Friday, my Friday was Wednesday. My Thursday is today. My Friday, yeah, my Saturday is today. Next week, same time, same place. The week after, I know as well. And I think the week after that, we're doing Sunday as well. And then my shifts change. Then we shift to Monday, and then I only get 2 days off instead of 3 days off. But I do have a nice 5-day break when I move from one shift to the next shift. Any questions, anything from anyone? I did say we'll be doing We Be Goblins after this. It might fall, Eckard, if I was just thinking, I did you would have to do a thing with you, but I just thought of it now. I will be adding, oh, sorry, I'm saying like 50 things at the same time. Guys, don't forget I'll be adding the stats for your Rainbow Shard to your accounts. You don't need to worry about that. Please not hiccups. And then what I was going to say is, you said the last Thursday of the month you probably won't be able to make it. Am I right, Eckard?
Yeah, the chances of me making Thursday is practically less than 20% at this stage.
All Thursdays or just that one Thursday?
That specific Thursday.
Okay.
It's literally the week where we start with most of our projects at the company.
Okay. Why I'm saying, because that actually might work out pretty well, because it's probably, depending on how long you guys take to do this mission, it's probably when we'll be starting with Weeby Goblins. So then all I will do is I'll just, if you don't mind, exclude you from those adventures. It'll take 2 to 3 sessions. And then when you can come back if you don't mind, because we're playing a completely different character once we get back to the other adventures, if you're okay with that.
I'm more than happy with that because I
Good.
still need to add like the magic item and stuff to the character. So I
Cool,
feel like
cool.
there's still a few things I need to tie up first.
Okay, cool. That'll be cool if you don't mind, and then we'll do the Weeby Goblins with the 4 normal characters. Just Rita will be played by Adri, and then we'll do the Weeby Goblins too. And we're doing this for a very specific reason, because this ties into the next adventure you guys will be doing as well. That is the adventure with Christopher. It actually does tie into that. That's why we're doing that Weeby Goblins first after this. Anything else before I go?
Have a good weekend, good evening, everyone, and a good weekend. And
Thank
we'll
you.
chat again next week.
Sounds good. Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Bye.
Thank you, Akari. I'm going to overwrite your stuff with mine. I hope you don't mind.
The what now?
I'm overwriting your description. Thank you for it. But I'm overwriting it with mine.
Okay,
For your
cool.
Rainbow Shard.
No problem. And then I'm
That's it.
uploading the other 2 videos now, so they should be done in a while.
It's not letting me it's not letting me change yours.
Because it's mine.
That's weird. Paste. There's no save button that I can see. Oh, save. There's the save button. Stupid me. Save. Save. Okay, let's have a look. Rainbow Shard. It's not letting me do it.
All right. Good night, everybody. See you guys
Night.
next week
Rest
and enjoy your
well.
weekend.
Bye. Good night.
Night.
Paste. What the hell? It won't let me add you. Okay, this is not working. It's not letting me add it.
Thanks for the pastry, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Subtle
dude, I
foreshadowing.
can't change yours. I'm going to try someone else's. I don't know. I should be able to change it, shouldn't I?
Probably, unless you have to add it yourself.
Looks like you guys might have to add it yourself. It's really irritating me. I especially put it out here that you don't have to. Control V. Save. No, it's just yours. It's just yours. Everyone else's I can change. I've done Alphas and Evaras. Oh, you didn't put it on Evara yet. I'll do it. Don't worry.
What would you like to change about mine?
Just the description.
To
I'll show you now.
you can just paste it in the one of the character channels, mine or yours, and then I'll just copy it from there.
I'll add it to yours. What's your name again?
Christopher.
Huh? You're not in the chat. I don't see you in the chat. Audrey, Armand, Kaden, Jarita, Norman, Eckard, and Marushka. You're not there.
And just paste it in yours.
Okay. There you go. Evara's is done. No, Evara I need to do. It's not there. Rainbow Shard. You're done. Lillith is done. Oryn, I'm doing yours now. B. Save. Done. And I'll quickly add it to Evara's.
If that spider didn't disappear, Alpha would have smacked the table.
Kind of figured that's why I wanted everyone to have breakfast first.
Nasty little thing.
No, we haven't been planning this for actually quite a while at all. I didn't expect that. I'm not going to lie. That part I did not expect.
I actually need to run something by you,
By who?
the DM.
Yeah, go. Do you want to do it in front of everyone or?
No.
Okay. Cool. Give me a second. Let me.
That's not very nice.
Is it
What
going to
is-
be for
Oh.
just this adventure or for future
DM
as well?
that.
This is just for Alpha.
Okay.
In general,
What do you mean in
Okay.
general?
So
is it going to be part of the Jade Regent storyline as well?
It might not.
okay, Chris was going to be DMing Jade Regent, not me.
I see.
Yeah, I
It'll
also
probably-
made him at some point.
It'll probably be happen before Jade Region. I hope.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
So I'll run it.
I see what you're saying.
I'll run it by you first, and then if it isn't gonna be like that, then I'll tell Christopher.
You guys can just pop into private if you want to.
Cool. Anyone else want anything else?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Yeah, you didn't even hear it. Christopher gave away that I was planning this for a few weeks ago already. The plushie thing has been on the playing cards since I skinned the creature, since before even I skinned the creature.
For real? Has it been that long?
It's been that long.
This is
See,
very
I didn't
cute.
give you any hints about it.
It's
I didn't know, so I was very surprised.
It's been on.
I love it so much. I need one in real life.
It's literally been on the cards for months.
It is very cool. Very, very cool. I'm
And the
very
spider
happy.
thing, hence why I collect the spider's eyes and the spider's venom. The spider's eyes more. The venom's not so much. The eyes was again also a plan for Alpha. Hence spider's eyes. You don't see the spider. It's all like layers. People layers.
Epic.
And the spider that is the tattoo now is hatched from the spider egg that Akari harvested as well at the same time.
I figured as much.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna
Very cool.
pop into private. With you want to do it now, Armand, or
Oh, either way, it doesn't matter. If
pop into private? Yeah.
You don't need to go into private because I'm going to log off now and say
Okay.
goodnight as well. So
Good night,
I don't
see you,
know
bro.
if Christopher's going to go, but you don't need to
Okay.
if you don't want to.
Cool. Good night.
Good
see
night,
you, bro.
everybody.
good night.
Night.
Bye.
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 Seeing it though, it's just me as the oddball out. I'll go into private.
Okay, fine. Okay, there you go.